I know y'all motherfuckers heard this shit before. Talk is cheap. Who the fuck you think you is? Who gon' stop me? 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 Who? You? Not hardly. Seriously, I lyrically render thee my enemy. Your intentions be clearly, sincerely to be the end of me. But I am what you pretend to be. You lack this intensity. I presently possess the tendency and weaponry to breathlessly in your tendency. The bullshit that you mumble don't make sense to me. You really wanna get at it? Say my name, I'll make it happen. Fuck the chitter chatter, let's get this shit cracking. Who gon' stop me? 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 Who? You? Not hardly. My superior interior rearranges your scenario. You're so mono-minded, but I put this shit in stereo. You should've let it go long ago. Streamline flow like Taekwondo. Play my game, give a go in this studio. Yeah, keep the head spinning like vertigo. Feel what I mean? Michelangelo. No one can never quite do it the same. Pray and take aim. Claim all the fame, I'm after one thing. Check my family name, bitch. Stop me? Who gon' 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 stop me? Who? You? Not hardly. Pasa mi amigo. Give me the mic and let me go. When I go, it's so lethal. Roll up on you in that old school Buick Regal. And why'd you all flinch though? Thought you said you and your crew ain't no bitch though. It's funny when I pull the pistol, you'll just see through like some windows. And I told you all to look out. We show up. You all booked out, and now you all shook out. Move along, bitch. Move out. Yeah, we told you all to look out. Yeah, we told you all to look out. We told you all to look out. Yeah, look out. We told you all to.
Are you ready? Your number one DJ worldwide.
But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? It's not your fault but mine. Fucked it up this time. It's not your fault but mine. Fucked it up this time. Fucked it up. Fucked it up. Fucked it up this time. Weak for yourself, my man. You'll never be what is in your heart. Weep, little lion, man. You're not as brave as you were at the start. Fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Not your fault but mine. And it was fucked it up this, fucked it up this, fucked it up this time.
What up, what up, what up?
What up, though?
What it do? What's the deal? What's good?
Is that all the hood language?
Fuck the chitter chatter. Holla. We'll get this shit cracking.
Okay, hi everyone. Good evening. How are you guys doing today? Doing well? Good, thank you. Yeah, I'm that. I'm the obvious non-black one of this relationship. Oz, how are you? How was work?
Good. One show, smooth. No problems. People drinky. I make money.
That sounds like fun.
But yeah, we're gonna have a fun topic tonight. So two of my favorite things to talk about from a Christian apologetic or pathetic point of view is either faith, because we all know #faith is bullshit, or this thing they call free will that doesn't even get mentioned in their holy text. So we'll get to that in a minute. But before then, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Oz, as usual. And then finally, now in Fort Wayne, my co-host is back.
I've been here 2 weeks. What do you mean,
I know
finally?
it's still, it was a long time, babe. It was a long time.
It has been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. I couldn't help it.
I've been waiting for a long time.
That one too. Hi, Heathen Queen.
Yeah, what's up, everybody in the chat? Thanks for hanging out. We'll get to the content. We'll get to the content here in a minute.
It's windy as fuck. I just had to say that. I've been in our place all day. The wind is. What are we on the 7th floor?
It's howling.
This hit.
It's howling.
It creeps me out. I'm like, God damn.
It's hissing and howling. Yeah, but the wind is stupid today. Yeah, let's hit the announcements. That way they're out of the way, and then we can get into this wonderful content from Braxy from Trinity Radio. But before then, thanks for hanging out with us on this beautiful Thursday evening. Go DJ. That's my DJ. Go DJ.
I wonder if you uploaded the new drinking music.
You know what? If you would be so awesome to handle the announcements, I'll do that.
You know what, baby? I will. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. So coming up this Sunday at, I believe I set it for 7 p.m. Eastern. Might be sooner, might be later on, but we'll see. I will be returning with my solo show, #NotLadylike. So this particular topic I'm discussing, and I'll throw up the thumbnail once I create it, like maybe later tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be on stay-at-home daughters. So if you don't know or are not familiar with what stay-at-home daughters are, it's pretty radical, to say the least. So I found a quite interesting documentary based on it that I'm going to kind of show a snippet of. during the show and discuss. So tune in this Sunday on the 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern for my return of #NotLadylike. Stay tuned for that. And then Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, your boy Oz is going to be on Beat the Cult's podcast. And if you don't know Beat the Cult, if you don't know Nikki, if you don't have Twitter, where have you been? Nikki is a great, awesome human individual that I've gotten to, fantastically follow and admire and now know. So I'm happy to know her. I'll be appearing on her YouTube podcast in the next month or so. But Oz is going to be interviewed by her this coming Monday on the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Beat the Cult YouTube podcast. So basically just go ahead and YouTube search Beat the Cult. You will pull up her YouTube channel almost instantly. Go ahead and set your notifications for the interview between her and Oz this coming Monday on the 23rd. So don't miss it. Then we have the following Monday on January 30th with King Xerxes joining the channel, followed with Dr. Josh to review some debates that King Xerxes was on the condemnation of biblical slavery. So, we always like to talk about biblical slavery on this channel for some fucking reason, but that's what we do. So I believe Oz will be joining in on that discussion as well. So that'll be in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, January 30th. I believe I set this for 6 p.m. Eastern. I believe the link for it's already thrown up on the channel. So go ahead and set your notifications for that and don't miss out on that. We are in the motions of, we already sent out mass email regarding the Ultimate Debate Championship. Not too late if you still want to register and sign up for future debates. We want to, get this going, but we have a roster of about 15 or 16 people. Obviously, we're looking for more theists. So if you happen to know more theists, send them our way. They can go ahead and sign up at tinyurl.com/UDC debates and go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can get notified of when those debates start. We'll be kicking off announcements for it February 6th, Oz and I. So go ahead and subscribe to youtube.com/@UDC So we are transitioning the UDC away from the main Tang channel to its own YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to that. And yes, I agree, Heathen Queen. We will debate these nuts for show. For show, my lady. Also coming up in more detailed announcements. So Oz and I believe the first week of February, we will be discussing more details regarding Better 2023. Yeah. So that's coming up this August, first weekend of August, 5th and 6th. This is in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So it says Columbia City, but it's a city just right outside Fort Wayne. We have confirmed speakers that you see on screen are always wonderful, always awesome. Dave Warnock. And if you don't recognize Brady Goodwin, where have you been? That is pretty much Oz's bestie at this point. He is now an atheist, so he's a part of the club. So he'll be one of the main speakers as well. But of course, we have other listed hosts of panelists and other speakers that we're confirming. So stay tuned for that. And we will roll out more information on how you can set your reservations. You can start planning your trips. We strategically set this event in like the off wedding season. And I know last year it was like in the middle of wedding season, if not like summer vacation for most. So August is one of those dead months where you can have that, relaxed, not heavy, expensive, plane ticket out. So be sure to stay tuned for more information in the coming weeks. And finally, Oz just dropped a new single. If you haven't already known, he dropped his first album on Devil's Night in October. And for whatever reason, he has another album coming out. I'm like, do you ever take a break? I mean, you're just as bad as, how Dr. Josh is when he writes his books. But anywho, he did release a free album, which is available on SoundCloud. that you can go ahead and listen to, download on
For
free. I did mention that for free, which was pretty much a compilation of his, inspirations. Very good. But obviously you need to purchase Devil's Night. And Osmosis, which is going to be his second album, which will drop in what? When will it drop, babe?
Whenever the Lord leads.
Yeah.
Probably, so we're heading to February, April-ish?
April? Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to do a very, this one's going to be high energy, and then my plan is to release another one in July that is, that the premise of the album, doesn't mean every single song is talking about this, but the premise behind it, I want it to drop on July 4th, and it be attacking the Christian nationalism shit, all the bigotry, the hatefulness, all that bullshit that people just like to patty cake and sugarcoat and act like it's not real.
I like it. So April.
For Osmosis. Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, tune in for that. And if you haven't known, he did release a single called
Who?
There you go. Called
Who gonna stop me?
That was actually this track you listened to at the start of the stream. So that's available on Apple Music. So be sure to purchase that single now. If you haven't purchased it, go ahead and purchase it now because Jenna told you.
Heathen Queen, what day's your birthday on?
That's it. That's all. May what? May what, girl?
Mayday. All right, I think I got this. Thanks for handling business, babe.
You're welcome, babe.
Let's see if this loaded properly. Oh yeah.
Everybody in this bitch get set.
New drinking music, y'all.
Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy.
May 13th.
I'll see how quickly I can sizzle and cook it up. We'll see. Maybe and then the title when we do the listen stream will be come listen to Oz's new album Osmosis and get Heathen Queen all at the same time.
There you go.
Happy fucking birthday. That would be pretty dope.
That'd be badass.
I mean, if you actually want to spend your birthday here listening to music, but all right. Let's talk about free will, baby.
It doesn't exist. Are
It's
we done?
bullshit. It's bullshit.
Can we end the stream now? I was listening to this earlier, and I was like, well, a couple of you may recognize a couple of faces on this little clip. Did you watch the whole thing, babe?
Half-ish.
Did you recognize any faces on it?
Right now, one that I remember for sure.
Okay. There's at least two.
Okay.
Yeah. So tune in for that. That's it. That's all. As far as content of it, it was bullshit to me. So I don't even remember. I don't remember, but it was bullshit.
Sweet. It is bullshit. And Heathen Queen, yeah, there's a point or two that I definitely that I want to hit, and then fuck, I don't give a shit. We can open it up and we can all get at it. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull up the video and why the first part of said Vigia plays. I meant to have this ready and I forgot. There's a couple terms that I want to have pulled up on screen here, but we can rock and roll. So whenever you're ready, babe.
What's up there, babe?
Okay.
There's nothing supernatural required necessarily for that sort of an explanation.
How the fuck did you get all the way over there?
Welcome to Trinity Radio. You found the Christian channel that loves atheists, and today we're talking about what TikTokers have to say about...
God damn it. Thanks for the reminder, Braxy. I forgot about my proper introduction. Everybody, welcome to the Atheist Network group. You have stumbled upon the Atheist YouTube channel that loves theists most of the time, but definitely not all the time. That's it. That's all.
Okay.
free will. And we're going to start with this excitable guy.
You believe in free will? Let me prove you're wrong. It's gonna blow your mind.
I'm ready.
Because the fantasy of a free will causes you so much trouble, makes you judge yourself, and keeps you in the ego illusion. So let's start with some examples.
Let's talk about some terminology for a second. On the one hand, you've got determinism. Determinism is the notion that things, you may feel like you're making choices, but things literally could not have been otherwise. All of the past history of the universe, right up into your parents conceiving of you, the formation of your neural structure, your genetics, all of that, and the firing of neurons in your brain that ultimately we call your choices, and they are your choices, but they could not have been otherwise, right? That's determinism. On the other hand, you have libertarian freedom. Libertarian freedom is the notion that whatever you ended up doing, you really could have done something other than that. Or at the very least, what libertarian freedom means is, while you may have influences from stimuli outside of yourself or beyond yourself, or the past history of the universe leads you to certain influences, you actually get to determine among those. It's not that they don't impact you. It's just that you can decide which thing you're going to do in the face of those influences.
It is my free will that I want to eat a chocolate bar now. Oh, really? Is this a free will wanting that? Or might that will be influenced or dependent on the frustration you feel right now and you wish to feel some physical pleasure? Also, your previous experiences with chocolate bars, where you learn that it makes you feel good for a second, and the fact that you have a digestive system which needs some kind of food from time to time? Saying your will is free means it would be independent, free from any influence, and you could just decide what you want your will to be like. We are not speaking about the freedom to act upon your will here. We are speaking about the inner process inside of your mind.
Now, what the person in the video is saying is that, hey, since we are aware of the influences that we have, we can't deny those, and we can't deny our biology, and we can't deny past history. It seems like the best explanation is that all of our actions are determined. And he gives an example very similar to the one I do when I talk about this. Let's say that I come home and there's a chocolate bar there, like he describes, and I do want that chocolate bar. Now, on the other hand, I could get on the treadmill, and I also have influences that way. The influences there are my physical health. I want to look even more like the young Jason Statham I know I can be. All those things are present there. I know I'll feel good. I'll have endorphins. Maybe I'll be more attractive to my wife. You know, those kind of things. Healthier, live longer. So there are influences in both directions. And what a person like this wants to say is, whichever thing you finally come down on and choose, well, that's the thing that had more desire points, let's say, in its favor, more influence points, we could say. Even though it seems obvious that I'd rather eat the chocolate bar, well, it may be that I'd actually rather get on the treadmill, because even though that isn't currently as pleasurable or whatever else, I desire it more because I desire the effects of it more. Whichever thing you choose, well, that just proves that's the thing that you desired more. Now, what seems to be missing here is that, of course, we have influences. We admit that we have influences. And we even say that those influences can impact the free will choice that we make. The answer is just that those influences influence, but they don't determine. That's the important difference there. So that you can identify influences that are consistent with a choice doesn't mean that you've demonstrated that those things determine the choice. We'll get back to exactly how all that might work in just a few minutes, but first, I've got terrible news. This is breaking.
No. The example he served was almost similar to the guy in the TikTok video. But he tried to swish that around to make it so that, sure, you have certain influences, but that's because you have that free will that you can negate those influences. Because I'd rather be really healthy and fit and attractive to my wife versus eating that chocolate candy bar. That people have different motivations and influences to negate wanting to eat a chocolate bar. I mean, my fat ass will eat the chocolate bar, versus trying to exercise. That's still something programmed within you that motivates you to choose one thing over the other. That's not you freely making that choice or decision. But he used a poor example to try and justify his point.
Right. And give me 1 second, and we'll listen to that again, because I want to be clear. Because, like I said, I did listen to this part earlier, but I was listening, and we all know how well I multitask. I'm trying to find a specific definition here as we move
I was
along.
wondering why you weren't pressing the pause button every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I have the right article, not article. Sorry, the right paper pulled up. I'm just trying to find the particular area where they get into the definition of the terms, and
Oh, no worries.
and even from a philosophical definition, what free will looks like. And if I can't find it here in a second, I have it memorized. I just wanted to be able to cite it, but yeah, I'll try to find it later. So let me just re-listen to that part.
Go for it.
Because I think this is going to play into another part he brings up here, where he almost changes the whole conversation. In one of the phrases he brings up, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, let's go back just a few.
We make. The answer is just that those influences influence, but they don't determine. That's the important difference there. So that you can identify influences that are consistent with a choice doesn't mean that you've demonstrated that those things determine the choice. We'll get back to exactly how all that might work in just a few minutes, but first, I've got terrible news. This is breaking, just coming in. It turns out that we missed something very simple all along. The Bible actually tells us, apparently, that God does, that we have influences. And we even finally come down on and choose, well, that I come home and there's a chocolate bar there, like he describes. And I do want that chocolate bar. Now, on the other hand, I could get on the treadmill. And I also have influences that way. The influences there are my physical health. I want to look even more like the young Jason Statham I know I can be. All those things are present there. I know I'll feel good. I'll have endorphins. Maybe I'll be more attractive to my wife. You know, those kind of things. Healthier, live longer. So there are influences in both directions. And what a person like this wants to say is, whichever thing you finally come down on and choose, well, that's the thing that had more desire points, let's say, in its favor, more influence points, we could say. Even though it seems obvious that I'd rather eat the chocolate bar, well, it may be that I'd actually rather get on the treadmill, because even though that isn't currently as pleasurable or whatever else, I desire it more because I desire the effects of it more. Whichever thing you choose, well, that just proves that's the thing that you desired more. Now, what seems to be missing here is that, of course, we have influences. We admit that we have influences. And we even say that those influences can impact the free will choice that we make. The answer is just that those influences influence, but they don't determine. That's the important difference there. So that you can identify influences that are
Is this a universal claim?
consistent with a choice doesn't mean that you've demonstrated that those things determine the choice. We'll get back to exactly how all that might work in just a few minutes, but first, I've got terrible news. This is break.
Yeah, there's more terrible news before you get to your terrible news, and that is how do you know any of this, Braxton? How do you know any of this to be true? And as Jenna was saying, yes, there could be influences towards the chocolate bar, or there could be influences towards the treadmill. And I've talked to Shane the Skeptic about this a couple times too, regarding the philosophical view on free will and all that, even though, which we'll get into, it's not even in the Bible, but just to let the conversation go. Even if there were influences from either side, all we know is that I made the decision for the chocolate bar. That's all we know.
I conveniently have a chocolate bar. You're welcome.
That's all That's all we know, is that at the end of the day, I chose the chocolate bar. And I cannot, and it's disgusting to me, and it's arrogant to me that Christian apologists pretend to know, pretend to have knowledge on why said decision was made or choice was made. Because you don't fucking know, bruh. So that this whole, the Bible tells me so, it doesn't work for me.
No.
It doesn't work for me. And the fact that you believe this shit on faith, that you believe free will on faith, which now we just have a bullshit sandwich with extra cheese. Bro, I have like private islands down in the Caribbeans to sell you by faith if you're willing to just believe it on this week of evidence. Holla at your boy, Ozzy.
Breaking just coming in. It turns out that we missed something very simple all along. The Bible actually tells us, apparently, that God does not exist. Let's hear about that.
Did you know that the Bible says there is no God? Look it up. Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. The fool says in his heart, there is no God.
What is happening? What are we doing?
So free will, the ability to free.
I just do want to point out really quick on that. I know he's being pedantic and sarcastic there.
Cute.
But the Bible does say that if you call someone a fool, you can find yourself in burning in hell just by calling someone a fool. So, chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex. 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 Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
So, Ox, great question. Do I make those decisions? Do I freely make those choices? My answer to that is, I don't fucking know. I feel like I do, but I don't know that it's me just freely making those decisions, or is it influenced by experience or feelings or emotions or what? And I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But and I was going to wait, but this is actually a great time to bring it up. So I think it's in the here, I can just pull it up. I had it in front of me. Yeah, the Britannica Dictionary of Philosophy, or however it's titled exactly. But they define free will as the ability to make a decision or a choice without the I believe it's without the influence. I think is the word they use. The influence, the influence of an external agent or prior events or states of the universe, something along those lines. It's very, very close. So we might have free will, but it's not the Bible free will. That's my thing. We might be able to just freely pick whatever the fuck we do. I don't know. I don't claim to be a determinist. I really don't know. What I know is what these apologists are calling free will is not free will. It's an ultimatum. So if you just look at the definitions,
Right.
this is what we read in the Bible is an ultimatum. It's there's A and B are on the table.
Right.
You can pick A or B, but just know you're not. There's nothing good that comes out of this. You're just going to burn in hell. You're going to be tortured for forever. Just know that. That's not free will. It's this, my way or the highway.
Right. If we want to take it like per scripture, like even, Christian Bible gives you contraindications because there are some verses that say, yes, you got free will. Some verses mostly say no, that we don't have free will. And a couple of examples I pulled up just really quickly, as far as the Bible agreeing that yes, there is free will, is Deuteronomy 30:19. I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life. And then against it being you having free will is Jeremiah 10:23. Again, there are other examples, but this is what kind of populated for me. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps, meaning God directs your steps. God chooses the plan for your life. Ergo, that's not you willingly choosing the direction of your life. And then to say, well, you have to choose God. You have to choose to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Okay, but you're still in that, like you were saying, babe, you're given an ultimatum. If you don't, you burn in hell, because that's blasphemous, right? You are blaspheming against accepting God or accepting Jesus in order to be saved and have everlasting life, blah, blah, blah. But if you do, then yay, you go to heaven. You get to go to the place of milk and honey and all that BS.
Yeah, it's and Ox, I'm with you, and I know, or at least I think you know that. Yeah, give me option C. Fuck your A and fuck your B.
Right.
I'll take C, D, E, F, G. I'll take all the other ones, but fuck your heaven and your hell. But to address the Christian argument on this, they're talking about A and B. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we're not stuck. We haven't pigeonholed ourselves to A and B, but yeah, this last thing I'll get back to the video. Yeah, go up there and suck his dick for eternity. That sounds amazing. But like when I think about Jesus when he's in the Garden of Gethsemane, and I think this is highly problematic for several different reasons, but specifically this whole free will thing. Mm-hmm. When he's crying and he's praying in the garden before he's taken away to be supposedly crucified and all that shit, he said, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. But not my will, your will be done.
Telling.
Peep game. If this cup can pass from me. What do you mean if? You have free will. Make the fucking decision, dude.
Right.
If you're wanting the cup to pass from you, you don't want to die, motherfucker, don't die. If you're part of the Trinity, if you're the man that never sinned, if you're all of these things, turn around, walk away, bro.
Thank you. I love that example of Moses and the Pharaoh, where God keeps hardening Pharaoh's heart. That's classic right there. Like that should be the prime user for any free will debate. That fucking story. Great point, Jared. I fucking love that. Because if Pharaoh was ultimately gonna let his people go, but God hardened his heart to not do it, then what the fuck? He limited, if not stopped, his free will from happening. So just at command, God can just do fine. If we fucking have free will, fine. But then your fucking God is limiting you just on a whim at any will, at any point, at any time, just because. When he could have done a good thing.
Yeah,
God sounds like a dick.
And for the record, I'm a mythicist. So I don't even believe the Jesus character existed.
Fair.
But again, for conversation, to let the conversation unfold, I'll pretend with the rest of them. I'll pretend that he existed. That text is highly problematic as well. But we're talking going to the Garden of Gethsemane. We're talking about two parts of the Trinity. That they don't even agree on if they have free will or not. Mm-hmm. He's saying if the cup can pass from me, but not my will, but your will be done, so that you, huh? Make you can't make your choice. You don't want to make your choice. What is it? Then this is a whole nother conversation. But if y'all are two of the three that are supposed to be the same, shouldn't you share the same will? Like what? Why is it there's God's will and then Jesus' will? Shouldn't y'all kind of be on the same page on this shit? Like Jesus, you didn't know your mission when you went down to earth.
And yet they're not the same.
Like it sounds like we have a failure to communicate. We have a failure to communicate.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
Yeah.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
Really determine.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Welcome to I see new names. So
Oh,
welcome,
awesome.
Jay, Calasia 789. I hope I said that right. I butcher names until you tell me. Jay, I was born in the Jehovah's Witness cult. Ooh.
Jay, and you can just comment in the side chat. Are you familiar with Telltale, Owen from Telltale?
If not, you should be.
As a YouTube channel. If you're not, by all means, you need to go subscribe. I think he has 3 different channels. Subscribe to all that shit because he's former J-Dub as well, and he is a fucking dog.
Getting the link.
He's a dog. And a great dude.
Yes.
And a great dude. So, did you roll the tape?
Make decisions and make choices without impediment. There's no outside force acting upon you. There is no, your volitions are entirely internal. I don't think that exists, to be honest. I think that when we talk about free will,
Jay, definitely do that. And he is, he's personally my favorite atheist YouTuber, and for many reasons. He's hilarious, but he has more times than not great analysis, great breakdowns, especially when it comes to very, very cult-like organizations. I think you'll love him.
we're talking at a few different levels here. We're talking in the everyday, experience-based conscious level, which tells me that, yeah, I totally have free will, man. I definitely walk around living my life like I do. I could do this anytime I want.
I got you, Heathen Queen. I'm about to open it up. Okay, there was one more point. There's one more point I want to hit, and then we'll let the we'll let the shenanigans ensue.
Don't do that. I can do that anytime I want. It was my choice.
Or you could show it the way Cyril shows it, where he says, when I do this, it seems like I just as easily could have done this instead. Seems intuitive that you could do that.
Didn't.
Or you can cover your face in bubbles, your choice.
But why?
But he didn't. So tell us, Braxy, why didn't he? Why did he not do the other? Braxy, can you tell me that? You can't. Stop it.
Why did I actually choose to do that? Well, I mean, I'm trying to get views on TikTok, so why not smash yourself in the face with some bubbles? I mean, I don't know.
No, hey, Heathen Queen, you're good. You always good. I'm in a mood for a little madness. Well, you know what? Yeah, the one more point, and we can even talk about the other night on Praise's channel, because you and I haven't got to speak since then, because we killed that shit in multiple ways. But yeah, one more point.
There's a lot of things that probably went into influencing that decision that happened probably 10, 15, 20 seconds before I even started this video.
What up, Leo?
I have no way of knowing what those are. The second level, though, neurology can tell us that, like, yeah, since about the 80s, we've been able to see your decisions roughly 10 to 12 seconds ahead of time before they happen. Just give us an fMRI and a couple of Colt 40 rest. Finally, we arrive at the cosmic level, the level where, I really think that we need to be talking to physicists here. And I'm going to expand on that in a future video. Stay tuned.
So science hasn't disproven free will, and I recommend to you the book by Alfred Mealy, Free, Why Science Hasn't Disproved Free Will. I read it a couple of times in preparation for my debate with Dan Barker.
You're never going to believe this, guys. You're never going to believe this. It's written by a fellow Christian apologist.
Oh.
What? What?
How convenient.
What? So this was hold on, let him finish here because this was the final point I wanted to make, but I want him to finish.
The president of the Freedom From Religion Foundation, when I debated him on Unbelievable Radio, a lot of this goes back to some similar scientific experiments. Many people will mention the Libet experiments, where basically people were asked to
I love you, Ox.
arbitrarily stop a clock or push a button at a particular time, and they had electrodes on their heads and things like that. And they found that,
by the way,
there was actually some brain activity or something that showed the choice they were going to make before the
there is some brain activity or something. Science much, Brexy? Science much?
No, he don't.
person
He does have a doctorate.
So the fuck do I?
Oh, okay.
actually made the move to make a choice. In one more recent example of the experiment, you had two boxes with buttons on them and light bulbs above them, and you push one button or the other, and before the person would be able to push the button, the light would come on of the button they were going to push. And so this is really impressive because, oh my gosh, it looks like we know what's going to happen before anyone makes a choice. So your body makes this choice before you become aware of it, and that's all very interesting. There are a number of problems with this. The guy who ran the initial experiments mentioned that what he thought it showed was not that we don't have free will, but that we do have free won't.
We have free won't.
Everybody take a second. I'm going to replay that. Because this is this is the two-step. This is the Christian apologetic two-step. Let's rewind.
Light would come on of the button they were going to push. And so this is really impressive because, oh my gosh, it looks like we know what's going to happen before anyone makes a choice. So your body makes this choice before you become aware of it. And that's all very interesting. There are a number of problems with this.
Yeah, Leo, you're absolutely correct. And Dr. Josh, Dr. Killer, Dr. Kip Davis, and I last week did an entire episode dedicated and tributed to dispelling, exposing the lack of higher education that they have and where it comes from. Doesn't mean in their own minds that they didn't work hard, but there's a reason. Like at least one of the quote unquote doctorates that old Braxy here claims to have is not even listed on the faculty website on Trinity. On the Trinity website. What's up, Wes? And it's my bad if you're still listening. We need to connect. Let's do it Sunday. Let's connect Sunday. It's my next day off. Let's connect it. I still love you. I still love you, Wes.
I'm making a note.
There we go. But yeah, the when you really start to look into, you know what? Do we still have that video of when I was on my sock account and super chatted them, asked them where they're
You have that video. You have to send it to me because it's on the other thing. You never sent it to me.
You played it that night.
I did play it, but hold on. Let me look in the files. Hold on.
Yeah, because I asked on one of my sock accounts, and I love it because it's the sock account name is
I found it.
Jesus' hemorrhoids or Jesus' hemorrhoid, And he keeps saying it. And that's my favorite part is he keeps saying Jesus hemorrhoid. But I asked him where we could find now see the word Mystic Pritchett used is what's popping up in my brain. That's the word, not the word I want. God damn it. Hold on, let me pull this up. Because I'm not going to equally sound like an idiot because I can't get rid of.
Now we doing things.
Dissertation. Jesus fucking Christ. I asked them where we could find each of their dissertations. And the response is
shocking.
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
I found it. Hold on. I'm trying to get it pulled up. Yeah.
Yes, Leo. They are geniuses in their own minds. But yeah, and that's what we pointed out. With and I just saw Pat jump in the chat. I know he'll agree. What Dr. Josh and Dr. Kip, it's really a slap in the face. It's really a slap in the face to those that actually go through the brutality that is earning a doctorate in anything outside of theology. Right. And there was I even learned a new word while researching and studying their degrees or doctorates, and I can't remember the word. Tells you how relevant and important it was, but it was the word. When I looked it up, it was basically they were taught how to prepare sermons. Motherfucker. I did that shit when I was a Christian. I did that shit and I dropped out of high school.
I don't do shit.
Anyway. Academic rigor. Thank you, Heathen Queen. That's look, guys. I'm here for the entertainment. I'm not. My doctorate is in streetology. Ooh. So
it's very rare.
It is.
Degree.
It takes very little. It takes very little work, but
only a handful of people get one of those. I found the Vigia.
Let's get it.
All right.
Before we do, hold on, because y'all need us for the laugh.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
Everybody in this bitch.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
I like it.
Everybody.
All right, here we go.
Oh boy.
I actually did address this Jesus hemorrhoid. He says, so you're ignoring my super chat? Seems suspicious. Well, wait a minute. Which super chat? I responded to one of your statements.
Oh, this is
I don't
gold.
see a super. Let me see here. What's your name? Let me see. Jesus hemorrhoid. All right. We're going to put it in here. We want you to know that you're being treated fairly. That has
say my name.
There it is.
Oh, God.
Where would someone find Dr. Braxton or Dr. Jones?
Ooh, do we have a copy of it?
Please.
I did.
It's not pause on my end.
I'm a little slow on my end.
You're good. Don't worry about it. Watch. Oh my God. I don't know where mine's at, guys. I'm not really sure where my dissertation's at. Fucking clue.
Yeah, and
I basically just I'm making shit up.
I don't see a super. Let me see.
Mystic Richard.
What's your name? Let me see. Jesus Hemorrhoid. All right. We're going to put it in here. We want you to know that you're being treated fairly. That has an apostrophe.
There it is.
Where would someone find
If it's
Dr.
not publicly
Braxton?
available, it's not. Excuse me. If it's not publicly available, by going to whatever school you claim to have received your doctorate from, going to the library and being able to purchase it, rent it, buy it, what the fuck ever. I'm with Dr. Josh and Dr. Kip. It probably doesn't exist.
I didn't write a dissertation. I wrote a thesis.
I did. A dissertation ain't supposed to prove nothing wrong. Dissertation ain't supposed to prove nothing wrong.
What the fuck are you talking about, Mystic Pritchett? What? So yeah, we don't have to play anymore. We saw. I mean, it just keeps going. But what to me? Let me see if I can draw an analogy or a comparison here. And as soon as I'm done, well, I'll just say I know. Baby, if you want to go ahead and send Heathen Queen the linky link. And if anybody else in the side chat wants to jump on and talk about free will or whatever, we just I'm in the mood to talk some shit.
Doing.
What's that?
Putting me to work tonight. That's what you're doing.
Work. We can talk about free will, talk about faith, but I want it to be really focused on like the shit that they hang their hats on that they can't prove, which is free will. They can't demonstrate or show that faith is a reliable pathway to finding or knowing, true things, that kind of shit. Anyway, trying to draw an analogy to what just happened here with this super chat that I asked them, where can one find these dissertations? And they start scrambling around. Braxy literally gets out of his chair during a live stream and starts looking at his bookshelves. Like, wonder where my dissertation went. Wonder where it may be. Really, bro? So to try to draw a comparison or analogy, if someone asked me, or if I said, oh, I actually dropped an album. I wrote an entire 17-track album. And it's there for the entire world to buy, listen to, stream, download, yada, yada, yada. One, I wouldn't get all nervous and shook and anxious as it appears. Both of them do. So much so that Braxy jumps out of his chair. I would just send you links. Like, here's links in the side chat. Go peep it. Peep game, bro. And I never even have to lift my ass out of the seat. I know I did the work. I know I put the work in. And I have the evidence to demonstrate that said album is there for the world to do what it wants with it. But we don't get that. We don't get that pleasure. We don't get that pleasure. Not if you attend Trinity Apologetic Theological Institute of Non-Credentialed Scholastics or some shit.
Yes, that.
Heathen Queen, I believe she's working on a link.
Just give me a moment. I have to do a lot of background work.
Oh yeah, she has to build a new scene. She has to build a new scene within the new digs.
That's why I was saying he's putting me to work tonight because I wasn't planning on this.
Well, neither was I, but I'm in a mood. But while she's building that and getting the link and everything ready, we'll listen to a little more of his bullshit.
The guy who ran the initial experiments mentioned that what he thought it showed was not that we don't have free will, but that we do have free won't. That what a person could do is they could veto the decision. They call it. He could show it the way Searle shows it, where he says, when I do this, it seems like I just as easily could have done that. We're just kind of moving on impulse. But even there, it seems that we do have the power to veto that if we so choose.
But you can even demonstrate or prove that free will is true. And now you want to interject a whole nother term?
Free won't.
Free won't? You can even prove the first one, motherfucker. Get out of here.
But the difference between picking, especially when you're telling people to try not to think about when they're going to do it, just to kind of be arbitrary with when you pick, versus thinking about a decision where there's a lot of cognitive chaos and you're weighing decisions. These are very different things anyway. But I encourage Alfred Mele's book Free, because what you'll find is that no, science has not disproven free will.
My favorite argument for God's existence is that I believe in free will. Okay, the reason that I think this is an argument for God's existence is your ideas, your ability to comprehend the universe is a reflection of a reality, of an objective truth that is out there. That says to me that there is a God, there's a common source that stands behind that objective truth and stands behind the mind that can comprehend that truth.
What? This is not a good argument for God's existence. The free will that we have is more like a faux free will.
GE in the motherfucking house.
Recognize face one.
Look, king of the pause button.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
Like, what the?
Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
Yeah, Gary, what's up? Good evening, good morning, wherever any of you are from. Yes, Braxton and fucking Shapiro at the same time, but GE, get them.
Kind of like a complex ability to choose, because we have the ability to choose between the options that present to us, but this sort of absolute free will that a lot of apologists think we have, I just don't believe that we do. Also, Ben Shapiro seems to couple the existence of God with being able to know true things, or being able to know absolutely true things about reality, and I just don't see a connection there. He needs to build that connection first.
Hey, John, if you're watching this, so the first thing that John, the godless...
And just notice, Braxy takes a very more humble approach.
So humble.
When addressed, no, he does. He changes like his tone and everything addressing John. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And yes, for those who don't know, this is John, or AKA Godless Engineer, that homie, fellow mythicist, and go download his app. He and Carrier put together, Crestis. You can purchase it and download on in the Apple App Store, the Android, wherever you can download apps.
It's right there in the chat.
It's in the chat. There we go. Go get that shit. Go get that shit. Why? Because, like Gary said, Jesus is motherfucking myth.
The queen is here.
The queen.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hello.
What up? What up?
Yeah.
So
that's all I got. What up?
So I feel like we can. Let's. Oh man, I want to take a hard right turn really quick, but I want. Heathen Queen, what are your thoughts on Braxy free will, not free will bullshit before we
do anything
else?
God, there's so much. I'm trying to check out the live. Oh, that was loud. Don't like that. So I can see the live chat. However, there is much to discuss, generally speaking. So I'm gonna let you, oh captain, my captain. You know what I mean? This is your ship. I'm simply here to insult. That's it.
I'm mad at that.
Ship. Let's see. I prefer a good sinking ship.
God, love it. I am bailing no fucking water out. None of it.
I'm letting it all go down.
Yeah, like I'm letting it all in. Like I have my like bucket and I'm taking it from the ocean into the boat. Like y'all are going down fucking with me. You know?
Yeah, we're all living on the same planet together. You're not privileged and have special access to special things because you believe in make believe. Sorry, it's not the way reality works.
But I will say thank you all for saying that my hair is cute. I agree. But love y'all so much for it. It's like a new thing. Thank y'all.
I saw it on Twitter. I thought it was cute.
Listen, me and Jenna talked on the phone today. We're besties. So.
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah, we talked on the phone.
I mean, we were besties before this, but like exponentially.
That's what
anyway.
She looked at me like, oh yeah, we talked on the phone. Like looked at me, I'm like, I don't talk to.
It was me. I was like keeping on the DL, generally speaking, but I just announced it, so blame me, not her. She had nothing to do with it. It was just me.
She looked at me like she shouldn't be.
Is that okay?
I'm not that. I'm not that dude. Talk to who the fuck you want to talk to.
I'm just playing.
Is that okay?
I'm just being cute. He's not like that.
No,
sorry, like I love you, Oz, but you're my brother. So in that same breath, is that okay? Like,
yeah, that's never. That question has never even arisen.
We're all good here.
All right, so how do I want to do this?
What the hell? What was the original question? I'm sorry.
I don't like. What was I gonna say? Shit.
Fucking Cadbury egg here. We were talking about like free will Braxy that is like 5D on his dome crop circle ass bitch. No. But then we were gonna say like, do we just bypass that and talk about something else? And that's not my call.
I mean that's fair, but GeoSam said something to me that I was curious about. Why is it always something that we have to strive and disprove? Like, oh,
we don't.
Christian apologists have books about, oh, science didn't disprove this, but yet we have the answer. We don't always have to have the fucking answer.
This is something I was thinking about today.
Premeditated to it going to your God.
Yeah, sorry, I'm totally jumping in, but this is something I was thinking about today. Where like, there's quite literally nobody that I can think of, and if y'all can think of someone, please do correct me. But like, there are no apologists that I've ever met, ever heard of, ever known of, and where apologetics has convinced a non-believer to convert. What happens is these people that are like, I don't even know what to call it, just like entrenched in apologetics that like do this for a living, their entire purpose is to provide enough pseudo-intellectual cover that Christians can kind of like feel good about their beliefs, but they're never convincing anybody else.
No.
It's never like street epistemology where they're like, well, listen, I have this argument and therefore you're going to be convinced. Like, that never happens. Apologetics is by Christians for Christians, and that's it. And atheists or whatever, like agnostics, however you want to qualify that, like we engage with it because there is likely somebody that's like kind of on the fence.
Right.
And so we want to like provide this defense, but like it's not a real debate. Like they never provide any actual argument that is convincing in any way to someone that doesn't already believe. And if y'all think I'm wrong,
no, it's
evidence.
And Jared said in the chat, and I've actually asked a couple of apologists questions right in the same vein of what you're talking about, and asked them like, who do you think that you're convincing? And I at least appreciate their honesty, and they said it's actually not to convert or reconvert anyone. It's to shore up the faith, shore up for those that already believe. And to me, then, as you know, if we want to call what there's a part of it that is, but what part of what we do counter apologetics. Well, then if that is your goal, if that is your aim, is to insulate right? And build these walls around people that already believe, then even more so, yes, I'm counter apologetics. And I want people to see that again, it's not A and B. There is C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
And
But it's like counter apologetics in the sense where like you're trying to dissuade conspiracy theorists or something. Like it's not like you consider it an actual argument that like deserves a robust defense. It's more like, oh shit, like I feel like some people might kind of be in this like vulnerable headspace and they may believe this or they may use this to like I don't know, support their position. And so when I say that I do counter apologetics, it's not that I like consider that a valid actual argument. It's that I am trying to provide information that is counter to bullshit for people that might not know.
Absolutely. And Heathen Queen, I know how many times Jen and I have streamed together, and I even know, I don't have an exact number how many times you and I have streamed, Josh and I have streamed.
Just me demanding to be on every stream when I have an opinion. Sorry.
But where the skeptic, the atheist, whatever, just like in this conversation, like I have a very, very specific view or opinion on the Christian apologist or the Christian's view on free will. I'm not afraid to say when it comes to, well, then Oz, where and why then? If it's not that, I don't know, but I'm not the one claiming to know. They are claiming to know that this is where free will or why free will is a thing, or what the source of this free will thing is. And what makes it even more problematic, and when it comes to the shoring up, and this is a long way to get to what one of the things Gary said in the side chat, is we have these apologists that I think in what's his name, Tyler Vila, that just said I'm no longer a Christian. Doesn't mean I don't believe in a God, that I'm not a theist, but I can no longer buy into this Christian idea of theism, and it's a step in the right direction, so I'll give him that. But when you really start to break it down, if you take away the lenses of the facade and the always pretending to know, to convince yourself to therefore help convince or further convince people that already believe, we're already, is that not just by definition a slippery slope?
You're never, I mean, it is, but you're never going to convince these people because the goalposts eternally move. Like, I don't know a better way to say it. Like, you're right, but getting Christians to admit in any way, quite literally any way, admit or concede, it's impossible because in their worldview, concession means conceding that inerrancy is not real. And y'all can piece that together, but it's true. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where, again, Jared making several great points tonight. And this is where indoctrination can either be very glaring and very front of mind, or it can be one of those passive things that creep in depending on the conversation you have, because this would be where indoctrination is kind of it's very active and it's very prevalent, but it's kind of hiding behind the curtain, so to speak, where it's controlling how they view these things, whether it's with their friends and family or even in their alone time, where it's no, I don't want this to not be real. I need this to be real. I depend on this to be real. So I am going to refuse and decline entertaining any other explanation, any other reason, and I'm going to embrace this because this so far makes me feel good.
Right. I mean, can you imagine any point in your Christianity, because like I really can't, where it would have been acceptable in any way to be open to any perspective that was not 100% married to the perspective, worldview, like whatever you want to call it, of the church you were in. Because like that would have been absolute heresy from the devil, according to how I was raised.
Amen. So much so that I remember the church in Ohio that my brother, my mom, and
throw Ohio out. Like honestly, just
and
bawling.
Rick, I know you're here. Rick, I know you're here. But he's from Columbus. I lived in Columbus for 10 years or so. Ohio is the armpit of America. I'm sorry.
Literally the only redeeming thing that, for me personally, that came from Ohio was the emo song "Ohio is for Lovers." And like, if you were not an emo ass bitch like me, then you can't relate, and that's fine. Other than that, though, we could just bye.
Yeah, for me, the only great thing that's came from Ohio is my oldest son, and that's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all.
Count it. Count it. You will hear no arguments from me. Outside of that, sounds very Ohio. You know what I mean? Okay.
But no, it is. It at the end of the day, what I was saying is the church I was attending in Ohio. And this was years before I got to the place where I actually started evaluating and questioning my belief system and so on and so forth. But it got so, and I'm gonna use Christianese here. I'm gonna still
get in there.
I'm gonna get in there like swimwear.
God damn it!
Hey.
It got so ridiculous. Now when I look back at it, and so cultic. There was like a faction of the church that started to oppose some of the things that the senior pastor and his wife were doing, and some of the other leaders, which like years later actually proved to be true.
Of course, yeah.
Right? And this faction of the church, they're like, well, we can't attend here anymore, right? And they broke off, started, which that happens in American Christian church all the time. But what made this especially weird, now looking back at it, is the first Sunday when that little faction of people dipped out, the pastor and his wife, and I'm no bullshit, not exaggerating, not trying to make it more sensational than it was. This was real life.
Just do it.
In my brain. It was fucking insane. Like I remember even then being in the depths of the belief, like, is this normal?
No.
Is this normal? And now I know.
I mean, you wouldn't know that then, but yes, just me reaffirming, no, it was not. But yeah.
They literally had a custom made, like what is it? Back in the ancient days where the paper rolled off on the scroll. They literally had a scroll made and pulled it out and had this whole
I feel like I need an emergency therapy session just like hearing that.
Well, I already did therapy for this. But it was the purpose of the scroll and what they wrote, that the people that wanted to stay committed to the church, it was about loyalty. It was about loyalty, and used that's
that cult nonsense.
Yeah.
That is some cult bullshit. Then like same, but like that's
the only thing they're not asking you to do is to sign it in blood. That's the only thing they're not signing to do. But he literally gave the Abraham and Aaron, you know, when they were lifting his arms up and keeping his arms up on the mountain, and the pastor was, was like, I
sounds
need
like some weird shit, honestly.
Yeah, Aaron. Well, I can't remember his brother's name. Aaron and whatever it was.
Aaron and Moses, wasn't it?
No, it was Aaron.
Am I fucking wrong?
No, it wasn't. No, it was not Moses. As soon as somebody says it, I'll
I feel like this is a stupid thing for me not to remember, but I also take pride in the fact that it's not something I can recall easily. So, like, suck it. Isaac, you're right.
it was, yeah, and I'd have to go back and look at it because that part, not lying, I've tried to erase out of my brain. But literally, he's talking about I need these people in seasons like this to hold my arms up and be here and be loyal to the cause, be loyal to the vision, be loyal to the mission, and I remember
Hold these nuts, you know what I mean? Sorry, continue.
well,
Sorry.
Sorry. Because that's where that's how deep and disgusting and fucked up that shit gets, man. And so it looks like, oh, it's just this bald-headed, bearded guy on YouTube talking about apologetics. I'm not talking about me right now. I'm talking
Not
about Braxy.
the bald-headed, bearded Braxy.
But the problem be
so many problems. But yes, continue.
You are, and this is a whole other conversation. Now you're guilty by association, bro. You're guilty by association because these things left unchecked, without accountability, without having ways to measure and show that these are healthy things, that these are practical things. We don't have any way to do that. You're just fucking other people up, and then there's another layer, and then it's we just keep peeling the onion on how
men are stupid, and I don't respect them. But largely the Christian ones. Sorry, love the rest of y'all most of the time, but also sometimes I'll still call you out. But for the most part, but yeah, like we're like, if we're being like super for real, there are so many Christian men on YouTube and literally everywhere else that are parroting some nonsensical, really damaging theology to people that think that they need to listen to whoever is in authority above them. And like, that's fucking harmful. That is damaging. And like, folks need to be either, I don't even know, made aware of it. Also like, provided another like viewpoint. Like, I'm not saying I have all of the answers here, but like the fact that people are just tuning in to fucking Cadbury egg Braxy Hunter and just like accepting that as their dogmatic worldview is problematic, like majorly.
Yeah, and sadly, and you kind of alluded to this earlier, Heathen Queen, they will never see it. Mainly because they don't want to see it.
It's because they're swimming in the water and they're fish, and we're asking them to see the water. Like, and like, for me personally, like, this is how I describe socialization. Like, generally speaking, like how men or women are socialized, it's the water that they're swimming in. And then in order to like change direction, you have to be able to recognize that you're looking at water, which like if you were, theoretically like talking to a fish, like they don't understand what water is because it's around them all the time. But like, that's the thing, right? If you live in this insular community, which I did for a really long time, you don't understand what's normal or like what's not normal, right? Because you are fed a consistent, relentless version of reality that is not reality.
Yeah.
Like,
no. Oh no. Finish what you were saying.
No. That's all I was saying.
I think further that point, because even me and Oz had this discussion the other day about it, there are those that recognize, they're preaching within this bubble for a reason to be harmful and ugly and blah, 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 blah. But then there are those that are preaching within that bubble, but don't realize because they were grown up inside of that same bubble, realize the harm they're actually causing, not to just others, but to themselves. So
absolutely.
It's kind of like where I think you can, if you run into people like that, I think there is a way to meet them where they're at and see if you can talk, negotiate, or come to an understanding. And as far as what you do, Babe, with SE, you can kind of break down and understand where they're coming from and kind of have them think about the answers to all the questions and things like that. But I think it's even it's weird because it's still harmful, but they're not realizing or intentionally putting it forth as if it's harmful like everyone else.
Yes. So, like, to be, like, fully transparent, I grew up in this nonsense. I perpetuated this nonsense. My path out of this is very non-traditional and is very much something that I do not expect other people to sort of follow that path. I'm not saying I'm special. I don't know why this is my path out of it. Like, I don't have any of those answers. I don't think I'm like some, like, you know, I'm so amazing. It just happens that my path out was unique, and that's fine for whatever reason that it was. But, like, I don't think that a lot of people that are preaching and teaching this sort of line of reason or thought, I don't think they're doing it to be intentionally misleading. I think they really actually believe it, like, sincerely. Like, I think that. And I think that for most people, the most poignant or powerful or potent, like, antidote, for lack of a better term, is small, consistent repudiations that are very logical, right? So, like, for me, there were a number of times when someone said, but what about X? And it made sense in my brain, but it also did not, if that makes sense, where it's like, oh, okay, but also that's not what I've been taught, therefore I know, reject it. But it happened so many times that I got to a point of, like, unavoidable cognitive dissonance where I was like, okay, and I couldn't pinpoint a moment. I couldn't tell you exactly when it happened, but it was just like too many things that didn't add up. And so I think what Jenna just said is 100% correct. And I'm not trying to, like, contradict or, like, argue that point at all. We all have different breaking points. Like, let's be real. But I think that cognitive dissonance is very hard for everybody. And we're all going to hit our limits at different points.
Yeah.
But, like, the reality of the situation is I would never have deconverted and started down this path and become who I am if I didn't have people consistently providing me with evidence-based truths, reality, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But none of those people would have known that they were helping, because when they provided that information, I would have rejected it wholeheartedly. Right? So it's like, it's hard. I get it. It's very hard, but, like, that's how I got to this point.
Yeah. And this is where I know everyone's story is different, because it took me at least 7-8 years for me to fully deconvert. My deconstruction was that long.
Yep.
It can be as short for anybody. It doesn't fucking matter. There's no time limit to this shit. But I did all that by myself.
Like an ice age for me, but yes.
Question or ask anyone. Like, it was just the Googler and documentaries and anything I could
Google
on. And maybe I read across one or two people that I knew, or they identified themselves as non-believers or atheists outright, but I never even tried or strived to ask them questions because I was so scared during that time.
Dude, when I deconverted,
was by myself.
Nobody, literally nobody that I knew even understood what I was doing. This was, like, almost 10 years ago now, not quite, but, like, nobody.
Right.
I was reading a bunch of scholarship and I was like, oh my God, this is so fascinating. Like, this is, like, contra to everything I ever learned. And at the same time, I was going to a very liberal, private, all-women's college, and I was, like, interacting with all of these people that were, you know, again, contra to everything that I ever learned was right or good. And so if I shared with anybody that I was, like, learning X, Y, or Z from scholarship, they didn't give a shit. And I don't blame them. Like, I don't blame them at all. It was just not their experience. It wasn't important to them. It wasn't their reality. Like, absolutely no hard feelings. But it was very isolating. And so it was like, well, I'm going to continue to, like, study and learn and do whatever, regardless of anybody else, because this is true for me and it resonates with me. But, like, yeah, like there wasn't part of why I'm such a massive like push. I don't know how to describe it. Part of why I am so vocal and like active in the community is because when I was deconverting, it didn't exist. And I felt so fucking alone. And I felt like unmoored. Like everything I thought that I believed, my entire worldview, like all of this, it's not true. And if it's not true, then like how can I know anything is true? And I had to then like figure out how to rebuild my values and my worldviews and my morals and like just reality. And like, you know, we don't have to talk about that now, but that's part of why I do all of this is because I felt so goddamn alone.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and that's why we all get along. Is we share that sentiment. And so being the DJ that I am and being able to read a crowd, I feel like I'm gonna take a different pivot because I was gonna get.
Sorry.
No. Don't say sorry because I think this is gonna be beneficial. Rather than taking a hard right turn into the dumpster fire that was Heathen Queen and I going after. We can do that another night. We can do that another day. But let's have a little break. Just because one, I need to use the restroom.
Me too. Yeah.
And when we come back, and we can even open this. It may be healthy, maybe not. I don't know, but we can. Open
I will say that us going into praises, whatever, ended up being useful and good.
Absolutely.
Yes. But we don't have to discuss it now. But I just want to say that like it was the right choice. Regardless of the kind of like shit that it took to get there. That's all.
It took a lot of shit, and I do. I want you and I to. I want you and I to go through it because
yes,
there was a lot of shit that happened.
Yes,
didn't happen.
I feel like at least the three of us need to decompress in some way. Doesn't have to be public, but like it should happen.
I miss Cheryl.
Yeah,
Cheryl, if you're listening, I miss you.
Cheryl, what's up? I also caught another stream that was like, is HQ moving in with like Megan and Josh? Girl, bye. I live in fucking California.
Toodles.
But yes, yeah, I was like, I wish, because then my rent would no longer exist. Yeah, would love that for me, but it's not real.
Here yet, and I'm just like, I'm excited.
I said, "Ow!" Jump scare. But yes, let us do a little break and then whatever else you want to do. And then the three of us absolutely need to decompress at some point, but probably not tonight. Yeah.
Word. Yeah. So, babe, do you want me to post the link, invite link in the chat?
Yes, in a moment.
Yeah, I just like if y'all are trying to hop in and fight, like just prepare your own grave because like I'm not going to take it easy. That's all.
Well, what does it say? This isn't going to be, and again, any Christian apologists that want to jump in, I'm taking a completely different. Instead of the hard right turn, I'm taking the hard left turn, and let's talk about the deconstruction. Let's talk about the deconversion with several people that have had did the hard shit, right, and been through it, and there may be people listening now and hanging out now or in the future that need to hear what Jen has been through, what he's been through, what I've been through, and others.
Why the fuck Jenna look like what she look like?
My girl. Jenna, please. You and I both have purple hair at random points. Like, sometimes it do be like that, you know? Look at this. Okay? Come on.
So two things before we have our little, what's it called?
I don't know. Intermission.
She uses the big words better than I do. Before I have an intermission, one thing is, Jared, I want to back you up. If you do if you do have feeling that you've already deconstructed, deconverted, you're comfortable with where you're at. I want to say that first. You're comfortable where you're at. Yes, 100%. Go study SE. Check out Anthony Magnabosco.
Yeah.
And having that calm conversation where you're just asking questions. It's not, there are no accusations. It's not a pompous, like, I know more than you. It is I'm still part of the venture, right? I'm still trying to understand.
But that takes like a level of healing that
absolutely
is like pretty evolved, if I'm being fair.
Absolutely. I agree, because even it took me at least a couple years to get to the point where I could have that conversation, and even within SE, not get all cooked up and baked up and ready to punch somebody in the mouth, right?
Yep.
So
I'm not there yet.
But if you are there, you find yourself there. Yes, study that, because it's a great tool.
Yes,
it is a great tool, and do that. And the last point before we go to our brickety break,
intermission,
brickety break, I can't tell you how many times I look across and Jenna's actually in the studio with me, and
I'm so happy for y'all.
It's so
it makes me want to throw up, if I'm being honest. It makes me want to fucking die. And I hate you guys for it, but also love this so much. Like, I'm so happy for y'all, but also like disgusting. You feel me? But I love it.
I tell people
y'all deserve each other.
But when I look over, because sometimes like I get going on my little rants, or I get to preach, atheist preaching, whatever, and then I look over and it's like, she's still here.
I'm a distraction.
No,
she's not going to leave, Oz. You need to understand that.
Say that 3 times.
Sorry, let me say it again. To my brother, my bitch ass abandonment, fucking distressed brother, relatable, 100%. Yeah, have a drink, cause like same. No judgment, just relational. Like, you are my boy, like, you know that, right? Like, you and I are same.
Oh, for real.
She's not leaving.
It's more so, and I probably presented that poorly. What I meant was actually here. She's actually here.
I know that. You didn't present it poorly. I just know what abandonment issues feel like. That's all.
That's true as well.
Cheers. Yes. You didn't present it poorly.
Don't you start. Okay, we're going to go intermission.
No, I'm sorry. Like, he and I are just same. That's
I know.
Cheers.
All right, 5 minutes, y'all. We'll be...
You did not place on my drinking king, so I just roasted you and said, mwah, love it.
Your number one DJ. Are you ready? The wait is over. Are you ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ever, would you be here with me forever? Ever, waking up all alone ain't better. Every time I go the wrong way, you turn me back around. Turn me back like whoa, 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 forever. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ask me if I cheated, I said never. What are you willing to do to stay together? How many times we gonna break up for the summer? How many times you gonna try to call my mother? Are you killing me? I don't wanna act like I can fix this. I don't wanna be the one that sends the sexiest currency. It comes so naturally that I can't buy your love. Could you be
forever? Could you be here with me forever? Waking up all alone ain't better. Every time I go the wrong way, it's
Yeah. Come from nothing, they told your whole life you be nothing. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 hey. No matter what, you kept grinding and hustling, not giving a fuck, man. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 hey. Check it, yeah. Your boy Ozzy still up in this. Yeah, motherfucker, I keep it stupendous. And I think it's stupid that you thought you could up in this. But I'm still up in this, yeah. And you better recognize, guys, every time you spread these lies, it's your demise. Because I'm that fucking guy, I'll roll up. Bye-bye. Poof. Vamoose, son of a bitch, that's why they call me A-Hova. Come from nothing, they told your whole life you be nothing. Let me hear you say, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, it's kinda tragic. They say it was automatic, that I'm problematic. Yeah, I could be a spasmatic when I get at it.
I'm just third wheeling. I'm not even mad about it, to be honest.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm not mad. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
I live to be a unicorn. You feel me?
No,
I do what I can.
Get more peeps. That's fine.
I'm just saying, like, Jenna's my girl and I'll my brother, so y'all make of that what you will.
Right, hold on.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Switch the accounts.
Yeah.
Pin it to
Whatever it takes to get the views up, I'm here for it.
Word. Heard that.
But camera angle is better. That's true. Like your girl. Am I wrong? No.
No.
All right.
Oh shit. Hi.
Wait. Hi. Who? My titties. Oh. I saw y'all macking earlier. That was like living. I'm living.
I told him. Wait, can she see us?
Yeah, no, I definitely could. I saw all of it. No, I did see all of it, and then I was like, I'm gonna go take a pee, but happy for you both. No hard feelings. Love that. It's not like I didn't realize, like, y'all think I don't know.
Yeah, do the thing.
Go.
Like, yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm going to smoke. Love you.
He's going to smoke.
Like, why aren't y'all on just the same camera? Like, just generally, I don't know. Is this like there might be a reason.
His background for me, and I prefer to be a bit more.
Got it. Fine. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Just chaos. Can you smoke quickly? Because, like, we're all waiting for you.
Let me share the link. Jesus.
I'm fucking booked and busy, bitch. So, like, let's. And by bitch, I mean Oz, not Jenna. So let's. I said what I said.
No, that's not what she said.
It is what I said.
No comment.
And I bet he's still going to go outside and smoke. So what's really going on, Oz?
He's going outside to smoke.
That's right.
I don't like smoking in our space.
That's fine. I'm making no arguments. I'm just saying, don't fucking play with me.
The rules.
I said what I said, Oz.
Hold on. Let me fix.
That's my fucking brother, and I would like. I feel like he and I would be in a constant battle for like chokehold. And I can't say who would win. I just feel like it would be an ongoing fight.
Constant fight via
chokehold. Like that is. I'm not saying who would win. I'm just saying I feel like it would be every holiday would just be he and I drinking and just wrestling.
There you go.
But that's it, you know? Mm-hmm. I can't prove it. It's just what I feel. Why am I the only one on screen? Hello.
Hang on. I had to refresh my screen.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine.
I probably should have paid you that warning. Anywho.
No, it's all right. I'm just like, if somebody wants to like hop on here and like tell me how much they love me, great, love it, love that for me.
What?
If not, it's
We're talking at the same time. What's up?
Eh?
Oz is trying to tell me something.
Oh, I can't.
What, baby?
Yeah, what?
I see. Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. What's happening?
I'm trying to tell you.
Sorry, just me mocking him
I know.
via what I can hear from you.
Go out. I'm trying to work.
Go outside, bitch. What the fuck? Love you, Oz.
Anywho, I shared the link to the chat. I pinned it to the chat.
I wholeheartedly expect Oz to pull up to any fight I ever have with a man, but also I am going to make fun of him relentlessly at any like opportunity that I can, and I feel like that's fair and just.
He's laughing. He thinks it's fair.
That's all. Yeah.
He thinks it's fair.
I-
This link, the talk, the thing, it's open to anyone. Theists or atheists.
It's open to anyone, but like, don't forget that I'm here and I will take no mercy.
Caution.
Yeah, just a heads up. That's all. But yeah, hop on, pull up, do whatever you do.
The rule is if you want to discuss about your faith or religion, that's fine. No BS, no, porn bombing, all that good shit. Because I have controls and I will drop your ass.
We love porn.
Faith and free will. That's it. That's all.
That's all.
But anyone can join based on. Go outside.
Sorry.
Okay, bye, baby. Love you.
Someone said HQ is a real softie on the inside. That's true. It is true. But like, I have to like you for that to be true. And that's a very small percentage. Because I am just God deep down, surface level, I want to ruin your life. Let's be real. But yes, if I like you, I am a softie. Yes, it's true. Bold of you to assume that I like you, though. You know? Next.
Big balls. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, yeah, if you're brave enough, like, get in here. That's it.
Click the link at. Like I can't multitask. Jeez.
No, I can't either at this moment.
I start work next week.
You do. I'm so happy for you. I know I already said this earlier today, but I'm just so happy for you generally. But yes.
I'm excited to actually do something with myself.
Like you're already doing something with yourself.
This is true, but making money is better.
That's true. I almost like called you a name out of habit for people that I love, and I realized that's abusive. So like I just
What, bitch?
I mean, yeah, but like like I realized that that's
It is, and what's funny, I do that to myself sometimes.
Me too. I do it to myself as well, where I'm like, don't be a dumb bitch to like myself, and then I'm like, you're right. However, I'm just trying to like learn to be
more positive,
a human. Yeah. And I love Jenna, so. And I think Jenna is doing great and needs to hustle less and live in the moment more. And that's my personal opinion. That's all.
You're from California. How hard is that?
It's fucking hard. Like, I don't do it. And I live in California, work in California, still exist in California. And I am recommending this to you based on the knowledge that, like, I don't fucking do that shit. But if you ever get out of the hustle, like, just try,
I'm getting there slowly.
I know.
The California living
This
hustle.
is just me encouraging that. That's That's all.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. I need that. And I know Oz tells me that almost on a daily. So I'm trying to practice what everybody be preaching at me.
It takes a while to break out of the hustle mentality. Like, let's be super real. And I'm not even trying to break out of it. I'm just trying to be like, hey, are you a guy that will just do all of that for me? Yes, I'm a damsel in distress. And the feminism just like levitates out of my body when I'm feeling that way. But, whatever.
So tell me, Miss Heathen Queen, about this tickety talk you're doing.
No.
No?
Which part?
I don't know. The one you had mentioned that you're doing a talk or discussion or speakership or
this weekend.
Word.
Is that what we're talking about? This weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm speaking at a virtual conference called Decon 2023. And they did Decon 2022. Effectively, it's like you don't have to deconstruct alone because many people that are leaving the church are like heavily feeling this loss of community, and they like don't actually know how to deconstruct their beliefs in a way that allows them to still maintain some kind of community, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of general topic. And so this weekend on Sunday, I am speaking about going from fundamentalism to freedom. Sorry. In specific as it relates to patriarchy. So what it means to be socialized as a young boy and what it means to be socialized as a young girl, and then how the patriarchy negatively impacts, harms, whatever, all of us, and how we can learn to heal and reconnect so that regardless of the oppressive social structure, we can authentically show up and like reconnect in a very human way. So that we can have really like real human connection again outside of the very, very rigid gender roles that the patriarchy prescribes.
I like it.
It's a lot.
Your speech
but
supposed
like
or a talk.
Sorry?
How long is your talk supposed to be?
50 minutes.
50?
50.
Hour?
50. I will do a chat and then I will probably do like a question and answer. So I will probably speak for about, depending, half an hour to 40 minutes and then have either 20 to 10 minutes of questions. Oh, what do I think of Pine Creek, please? I'm not sober enough for this. Oz, come back. I'm very busy. I watched his stream with Robert Price, and he said everything I needed to know about his character.
Mm-hmm.
Full stop.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember that.
Yeah. If y'all want to like fight me on that, let me know. But like, I don't feel like I need to defend that position.
Yeah. Yep, that's fine. And it looks like it just burned Oz's ears because he's on his way back from smoking.
Hey, my brother. You know, he is as fucking incendiary and antagonistic as I am. So like, love it. Yeah, like I need somebody that will temper me. It won't ever be Oz, and that's why I love him. But like, I need the two.
I would say, Ox, to this, I would say men aren't completely to blame because women do it to each other too.
Which part? Sorry, maybe I missed something.
Pretty bad, and men are the blame. I say both.
Wait, I think I'm missing something. I'm sorry.
No, it was Ox saying something in the chat.
Oh, who got all the looks? I mean, me, to be honest. But
no, women do it to each other too, and I say that because
well,
from a
listen,
woman standpoint,
yes,
we definitely, and I've seen this from my mother, well, both my mother and my sister, very overcritical about the other Black woman in the room. If they don't look a certain way, the hair is a certain way, talk or present themselves a certain way to not only best reflects them as
it's
an African American woman.
not only internalized misogyny,
Yeah.
it's internalized misogynoir. And like, I'm not going to speak on that because I'm fucking white, but like,
I did a talk on that. I remember.
it's complex and nuanced, and that's coming from a very white cisgender perspective. It only gets more complex the more sort of intersectional perspective you approach it with.
Right. No, I remember doing a talk about misogynoir on Skeptic Haven several months ago. That it is very complex. I gotta review that. I forgot all about that talk.
I agree wholeheartedly, and I also do not try to speak on it at all outside of trying to say that like folks should be heard, because like it doesn't make any sense in the world for me to speak on that. Like, I am a white cisgender, mostly women, right?
Fine and open for opinion from anyone. I don't just say, hey, you can't talk about this because you're not XYZ like I'm XYZ.
Sure, but I think that people should be very, very aware of like, if your experience is like mine, which is a white cisgender, mostly straight woman, like, you should not be out here trying to preach.
Right.
To everybody. But that's my opinion.
Right. I think you can only go so far as digesting what, a Black woman, whomever opposite of you can tell you in the moment or in a conversation. Regurgitate that information to someone you're trying to learn.
And also elevate voices
that
actually have experience.
Right. I like that. Hi, baby. Welcome back.
You're back. Hello.
Pine Creek? What?
Oh, are we really gonna do this right now? Because like, I have thoughts, I have opinions, and I'll let them fly because it's a white man, so I feel no allegiance whatsoever. But like, let me know.
Well, I have opinions, and here's the thing: when we talk about freedom of speech, here's where I align is let people say stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let them say stupid shit. Let them say dumb shit.
They will.
And the consequences or whatnot will follow. And sometimes it's immediate. Sometimes other times
it's delayed.
It's the delayed gratification or the delayed
freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. Let's just like be very clear. That's all.
And it may be one of those things that maybe people didn't realize in the moment because of all of the hype and all of the energy that was around that particular conversation at the time, that it takes them some time to realize who was and who was not signing off on Price's bullshit. And I think, and first and foremost, I want to say Heathen Queen, and I blow smoke up no one's ass.
Yeah.
Period. But Heathen Queen was one of the first ones to step up and say, no, look, I've done the research. Here's what this bigoted, hateful motherfucker is saying.
Word.
I had no choice.
She was one of the first, if not the first, to jump up and say, I'm swinging for home runs and grand slams right now because this is bullshit. And it is and it was and remains to be bullshit. And what Pine Creek did,
Thank you.
and absolutely, and credit where credit is deserved.
It's not even that. It's just like I took a shit ton of flack for it, and and that's fine because like I have a platform and an identity that can take all of that. It's just me saying like, thank you, but please continue.
No, and I'll always give you a shout out on that period point blank. In those moments, I in these comparisons, I always tried to draw personal comparisons to how did I react or respond to something maybe similar to this, right? And did I handle it the best that I think I could have or should have? And the two that pop up instantly in my mind is that with formerly Justin Downing, now Leo Kala, whatever he calls himself, and Jim Majors. And,
oh my God. Sorry.
And can I tell you, in both of those, in
nightmare fuel,
both of those examples, I jumped on top of the landmines. I did it because I'm not in this to score points. I'm not in this to be everyone's friend, so to speak. And I'm not in this for clout or to be the most popular. I want to know that we've discovered all the evidence or as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
And that we've examined it. And once we've examined it, we view it and we break it down for exactly what the fuck it is and how it's presented by the person talking the shit or saying the shit or doing the shit, right? And I know for me, I sleep well at night. In these regards, I sleep well at night because even with Justin, I did an interview with him. I talked to him, and things that happened even after that privately, I got to the point where I was like, no, I can't do this anymore, bro. I tried. I tried to give room for improvement. I tried to give space for redemption. I tried to give that a chance. And not only have you done what you've done, said what you've said, but now you've made it worse, doubled and tripled down and made it disgusting at this point. So that's no longer a relationship that I can have, a friendship that I can have. It's now ixnay, right? It's done.
I have no idea which thing you were referring to because I was just closing out like 75 tabs, but I support it.
And
whatever it was.
And with Jared, I'll get to Pine Creek here in a minute. I have zero
Like,
issue.
super sorry. It was just like everything popped up at once, and I support you because I believe in you, but I have no idea what you just said. That's all. Sorry.
It's all good. And Jared, I'll get to that in a second. So there was that with Khalil, la.
Yeah. God.
And with Majors.
Oh my God.
I literally
I already did the fucking whole entire like people search. Like I did I am the FBI. I did the entire background check of everyone he's ever been involved with. So like, and y'all can quote me on that. Like quite literally, Josh, Megan, Jenna, Oz, y'all saw it. So.
Well, and shout out to Pat Lowinger,
yes.
former like I won't give his title out because he's not here, but former like law like he can find shit out about people that most
Yeah,
others.
like he's my cohort. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah.
and Pat actually, just being completely transparent in our private conversations, Pat has brought up things to me about me that very few people know.
Yep.
He was like, "Oh no, I've read the reports, I've seen the report, you know." So it's like it is what it is.
Yeah, not me and Pat ruining lives.
But with majors, the first thing I want to say, it's amazing how much of a shitstorm I received.
It shouldn't have been.
Just based on, look, y'all, I'm not willing to sacrifice someone and throw them into a dumpster, and burn that dumpster down until I have evidence. And even when I have evidence, I'm not burning the dumpster. I'm going to hold them accountable. I'm going to hold them accountable.
That makes one of us, because I was like, just fucking Molotov cocktail that bitch. I'm over it. But I respect your position. Yes.
And I'm from just from a humanist standpoint, in the human element, I'm not willing on one, maybe even two bad deeds that may be fucked up and disgusting. I'm not willing to write someone off on, for me, one experience or one situation, right? But the community at large, I got shit on, and ironically, that was the first time Jen and I were together. That's when I flew out to LA. We were hanging out, and all that shit hit the fan while we were together out in LA. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like at that point,
there was a lot going on at that point.
The only thing that I had said was in a subtweet that, look, guys, let's be good skeptics. Let's ask the questions. Let's gather the evidence before we just pile on and attack someone. And if it is shown and demonstrated that said accusations or accusations at that point was the right word. Said accusations are true, I will take ownership on my stance and say, okay, cool. We've proven that these things are true, and now I need to speak out, and that's exactly what happened. And I immediately took ownership. And the reason I share those is to lead up to Pine Creek.
Yeah. If I can be just super duper honest, I think you 100% did the right thing, and I'm not arguing at any point. I think this is just me being super honest as a woman. Like, when we hear these accusations, there's quite literally almost no reason for us to disbelieve them. That doesn't mean that you did the wrong thing in any sense of the word. I think you did the right thing. I also think there's this weird intersection where, like, as women, when this shit comes up, we're like, oh, that seems not even probable. It seems like likely. And that by no means is any indication that you were wrong or that you did the wrong thing or that you shouldn't have done that. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I just think there's a weird or like stressful, or however you want to qualify it, intersection, I don't know, where, like, if you told me a random man that I don't know did something, seems right. That's it. Like, seems right. I would believe it.
And if I can jump in there to bring the other side of that, because and maybe, no, not maybe, I know probably more likely than not that this also played into my reasoning or my logic in this. Is I came out of a divorce where my ex-wife had accused me of all of these disgusting, malicious things that in a court of law were proven to be lies and to be incorrect. So while I'm listening to this, I'm like, no, I don't want to shame the victim. I'm not here to do that.
But I feel like deep down you also realize, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you also realize that you are the outlier, like on a very fundamental level.
More cases than not, yes, I would concede that. Absolutely.
And this is not like an accusation. I'm just saying that, like, I don't disagree with you, and I'm not trying to fight you on your position, because I think the, like, what you are saying is right, valid, accurate, and, like, if I had to bet on who is a more fit parent, my money would be on you. But, like, I think there's also this, like, unfortunate underlying kind of subtext that suggests that, like, I'm, like, this situation of, like, trusting the woman is right, even though it's not right in your situation. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. I'm and I even hate using the word concede, because that feels because it's not
like,
about.
I need y'all to know that, like, I support Oz 100%, and, like, this is my brother, and if you were like, if you die today, who will take care of your sibling? I'd be like, Oz. So, like, know that it's just a fucked up situation and, like, society.
Yeah. So rather than saying, because conceding means
sorry.
No, because I want us to be clear, and even for those that listen to this later, it's not conceding was the wrong word. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing that in most instances, I probably am the outlier as far as even in a court of law, that it's proven and demonstrated that what was thrown at me didn't stick. The shit that was thrown on the wall didn't stick. Right. It so much so that you can go search my name all day long and none of that shows up. Why? Because it was all detracted. It was all dismissed. Like 100% of it. Right. So there most definitely was that influence, where it is, I know, based on, again, my life experience with the legal system and what this looks like, and even looking back at my childhood being abused and nothing ever happening. That there's a lot of influences here. And how do I take this in? Excuse me. That yes, I want to make sure for all parties involved, do we have the evidence? Do we have it? And
usually not, but yeah.
But in this case, eventually we did. And you know what? Within an hour, and Jenna will tell you, within an hour of me receiving said evidence and being able to read through it and go through it with somebody that knows more about this shit than I do, I went live and I said, okay, I've made statements about this, about demanding evidence and requiring evidence before we pile on. We now have it, and this is where I'm at.
Okay, all that said and done, this also drives to the other end of the point. And I know we talked about this, Oz. Where is the point of redemption?
Yeah, also, sorry, answer that, but moving forward, I live with an attorney. So should anyone need that support, let me know. But yes, continue.
And great question. So we got attorneys at arms.
I'm just saying, I'm offering this, like, service. That's all.
Now I'm just on wild. No, I'm kidding.
Do it, because I am fucking wild, because I'm like, I know this guy. Y'all can fucking fight me. But yeah, anyway,
But as far as redemption, and let's before, because I want to make sure, because Jared had asked a question, so I want to make sure I address that, and I can still bring all this full circle with the Pine Creek.
Oh my God, fucking Pine Creek. Yeah, sorry.
Here's what it comes down to is there when you're presented evidence that's clear cut, like there's no questions asked, and it was live on his stream, on Pine Creek stream. It was live. It was there. That this motherfucker, he may know a lot of shit when it comes to the Bible and ancient texts. But there are quotes and articles one after another where he writes, speaks, or demonstrates his bigotry. One after another. And I don't want to misrepresent the quote, but there in one of the blogs, Dr. Price is very clear on his slant
Just
and
Google it.
in his bigotry against Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, wow, amazing. Can't believe it.
He went doubled down on it, and this was his view on this particular matter. And then Pine,
y'all, I'm never gonna fucking die on a hill that is debatable. I'm never going to die on that hill. I am going to die on the hill that is I will win. Let's just, it's not even a matter of winning, but just know that if I am willing to stake my reputation, my sort of whatever you want to call it, on a very specific point, I'm right. That's all. And it's not a matter of me being right. It's a matter of me being willing to stand up for whatever it is that is actually the most equitable and fair. I don't care about me personally. What I'm sort of positioning myself on is this hill, which people will support because I'm a white woman that says this is the thing. If we're being real.
And Jared, if you're still listening, the end game for me, when it came to Pine Creek. So before I say this, I want to be clear. Up to that point, my favorite YouTubers up to that point were Pine Creek and then Owen from Telltale.
Oop.
That was my order. And once this shit happened,
can we hop into Pine Creek? Because I have a few minutes. I have time.
I mean, yeah, we can go there. I'm introing my my knockout punch right now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go for it. Because I'm just here, I'm ready to fight, but I'm your backup. So, do it.
So up to that point, Pine Creek was my that was my favorite YouTube channel. Then Owen Telltale,
interesting,
number 2, and now not only have I unsubscribed and pay zero attention to Doug, I even actually up to that point every Sunday night I played privately played online poker with Doug, Anthony Magnabosco, and several other people. It was just us having fun, smoking cigars, talking shit, whatever.
Dude,
and
when I get married, I'm inviting Oz to my wedding, and I'm playing McGarey, and it will be for this moment in time. That's all. Thank you. Continue. That's it. That's it.
So, it wasn't like I just passively watched Doug on YouTube. Every Sunday, I talked to Doug. We played poker together. And he knew. There was even an ongoing joke because I'll give him credit for that. He's an amazing poker player. And every time he went ahead, the ongoing joke was every time I was like, "God damn it, Doug! God damn it, Doug!" Because
Doug's funny, please.
The most unexpected result of a hand, Doug would get it every time, right? And I'd be like, "God damn it, Doug!"
Feels fake, but
and so it wasn't like it was just me being a viewer, but I talked to Doug, every Sunday. But when all this shit went down, and Heathen Queen it was, like I said, the first to step up to the plate and start taking swing, hitting home runs on this shit when it came to press, and others jumped on board.
But it cost me the least. Let's be honest, it cost me the least. So like, I want to be upfront about that. That like, yeah, I did step up and I did come out swinging, but like I had no real skin in the game, so like it matters that other people back me. That's all.
Yeah, and yeah, you were the first to the fire. Let's say that you were the first to the fire to explode, expose it, and then explode it. And then
But like, I've been clear that like I just don't give a shit. Like, if you're gonna be a bigot, y'all are not for me, and that's not like a brag or anything else. I've just been very clear about that from the beginning. But also, there is a cost that comes with folks that would, and this is not like a direct whatever to you, it's just generally speaking, there's a cost that comes when like you could afford to be at peace with somebody, and instead you decide to be at war, for lack of a better term, and like that's a very different price. That's all I'm going to say.
No, and I appreciate that. And I actually, first of all, I'll say thank you, and I appreciate it. But I appreciate your position more. That you were the first one to go head on, and once I did have the information, especially after that stream he did, Jared, and I'm sorry it's taking me several minutes because I want to make sure I'm being as clear as possible in my explanation of my experience and all of it.
This is just me like dragging it out. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. You're good. 'Cause all these things interlink. After that, let's say this at the end of that stream, and Doug gave his analysis or wrap up of the show. During the stream, there was little to no pushback on the racist, bigoted, fucked up shit that Price said.
This is what I said. Pine Creek and Robert Price on that stream did more damage than I could have ever done. Period. Full stop. Whatever. Like, what they did on that stream, I could not have done that damage in 5 lifetimes. That's all.
Yeah, and at the so with during the stream, there being 0 to no pushback on the,
of course, yeah,
the bigoted, hateful positions or claims that Price was making. At the end of it, and this is my view, and if Heathen Queen or Jenna or whoever else shares this,
Jenna, get back in here.
I will share mine. Is when he was doing his review, synopsis, wrap up, whatever the show. For me personally, this is anecdotal.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's probably all of us at this point, but yes.
It sure fucking felt like and appeared to be Doug co-signing on Pierce's positions, and that it's okay.
Fuck yo bitch and that click you claim.
Yeah, it was a co-sign. And at that
I'm sorry, but if you don't think that Pine Creek is just trying to get views and support and whatever fucking like I'm sorry, I don't even have that like heart of feelings for Pine Creek. Like, I don't really care, but like it is very obvious that Pine Creek is out here trying to like drum up support and views and whatever. And like, I get it. I really do, right? Like, we're all trying to grow our channels. But like, let's be really, really fucking for real. Like, let's be real, right? Like, either come out and say that you directly support this nonsense, or you try to hide it and everybody else can see, like, that it is what it is. Like, and that's fine, but just don't fucking play. Like, that's my thing, right? Where, like, I feel like Pine Creek, and I feel like I also know this based on my experience of the situation, where it's like Pine Creek had nothing to do with anything when this entire situation originated, and he tried to like capitalize on it by creating like this like kind of sensational whatever or situation. And like, I get it, but also like, he had nothing to do with anything. And then he was like, let me create this drama, blah, 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 blah. And he got some views and some follows and some clicks, but like largely he got a bunch of people that were like, yeah, cool, you fucked all of us. But like, thanks, I guess.
You saying that, I completely forgot about this. Jenna, do you remember once I got home from LA, I did a stream about this and I called out Doug and I said live that I'm no longer subscribed to Doug, and I called him out, and within I think it was within 12 hours he did a stream and tagged me on the stream, and because I called it. Guess what? If it's just no-ons and peons that don't matter to you calling you up, like, why are you doing streams and tagging me on that shit?
Right.
Yep. Where it's like, cool, like, you can be antagonistic if you want, but it's like, you would have never had this stream if there wasn't this like secondary sort of, I don't know, drama or antagonistic situation or whatever you want to call it, right? So it's like, he was like a vulture watching what's going on in the atheist, anti-theist, apologetic community. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to try and capitalize on this. And then when people were like, yeah, get fucked, he was like, oh, cool, like, let me try this other angle, and like, this way I can get more views. And like, to be honest, listen, when you are a very basic fucking desperate bitch, like, I get it. I do get it. But like, if we're all being very, very, very real and honest with each other, sad. That's all. Am I wrong? Like,
no, you're not. Up to that point. No, you're in. I'll only speak for me in these contexts. No, not at all. So the follow-up
I
conversation.
will speak for everyone, but yeah, that's fine. No, sorry.
The follow-up question, which I think is now this is it's the healthiest question, but it's also for a lot of people in the atheist / skeptic community, this question becomes very problematic. Very, they don't want to touch it. They don't want to touch it. And Jenna asked it earlier, so I'm gonna bring it back up. At what point is there the possibility of redemption, that one can redeem themselves, and one can show that, yes, just like we had bad ideas and bad beliefs when we were Christians.
To be fair, for me, I mean, this is completely subjective.
I don't know.
So, Heathen Queen feels the same. There is certain things, situations that are unredeemable in my, and again, that can be is completely subjective. There are certain things for me that would posit me to say that is completely unredeemable.
No. Goddamn. So right now at this moment, if somebody like just completely whatever you want to call it, wanted to order dinner, it's like, how do I reconcile my dinner plans versus like reparations? How do I do this? You know? Listen, I know it's a fucked up question. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a fucked up question because, like, people be like, well, I like Mexican food, but also, like, how do I balance that with, like, fucking, like, indigenous rights? And I'm like, wait.
Well, maybe you could try to simplify this. I know coming into this community, I had a lot of very flawed, fucked up views.
As do I.
And there are some of them that were very easy to disassemble and
Yes, I'm
find
sorry.
a better and more healthy understanding. There were others that were very difficult because I was not presented these positions or these outlooks or these worldviews, so to speak, and so that was very difficult for me. And when I first came in the community, I could have been very easily just dismissed and written off and said, you don't deserve a platform here, Oz. You don't deserve, because you don't see things this way. And some of our
No, sorry, I'm just annoying and drunk, so we should bypass that.
It's all good.
Sorry, Jenna. Love you.
I've been drinking too. But if
Full stop. My friend texted me and I was like, you know what, you're right. It's been an entire nightmare. But yeah.
and all of these things are we're all on our own circuits, right? And we receive and perceive and understand these things through our own lenses and our own experiences. That's the only way we can, right? That's the only way we know to do said thing.
Right.
But the one thing that I think I know is that Heathen Queen and Jenna and myself, we've all had our experiences, and we know we fucked up.
I would quite literally die for Jenna. That's all. But yes, continue.
Oh, I would too, and I'll kill.
Yeah, I know that, but like also same. So like if it comes to blows, I don't know what to tell you. So like,
might.
I would hope we're on the same side. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what the fuck?
Sexuality is complex.
That's my fucking brother. Like, I don't know what to do if we're not on the same side. That's all. Diving into my laundry basket.
So I'll make this point, and we'll get into some fun shit. How about that? I'll make this.
Yeah, please, because I'm dead at this point.
is for the three of us on camera right now, and the link's still out there. If anybody else
Can
wants
y'all
to
sign up? Because I have jokes.
and
I can't make them to
chat,
Oz or Jenna. So like,
whatever. But the last thing I'll say is, I know based on our conversations, not even just here on YouTube, but even privately, is we all just in day-to-day life have required, based on decisions, life circumstances, whatever, we've required second and third and fourth chances at certain things.
Yes. Yes.
We've independently fucked shit up and did the wrong thing or said the wrong thing, made the wrong decision.
All of the time.
And we wouldn't be here having this conversation if it weren't for that. The reason, and I love that Jenna brought that up, because that's one of my main hangups with the atheist community, is that once you fuck up one time, once you fuck up one time, there is no redemption. There is no bouncing back. There is no, hey, I've done what I need to do to heal and to repair. And I now understand that I had a bad idea or I had a bad belief.
There's no repentance, like, as an actual, like, path.
We have a guest.
Oh,
shit. Oh, shit. So hold on. Before we do that, before we do that, I want to make sure we put a bow or a ribbon on top of this before we move on. But Heathen Queen and Jenna, I hope both of you understand what I'm saying. It's not me signing off on anything, because there's a reason I unsubscribe and I don't support anything that.
It's just me being a problem at every available opportunity. That's it. And I think everybody knows that about me. I won't speak for Jenna, but, like, I will quite literally always be the, like.
All right, so Heathen Queen, before we move on, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do we as human beings deserve redemption?
That is an interesting question. When you say, do we deserve redemption? I don't know, to be honest. Like, I feel like it's a very philosophical question that I can't definitively answer. But I think in a world that I would like to exist in, yeah, we're granted redemption. Is that, like, a definitive answer? No. But, like, the world that I would like to exist in is a world that grants forgiveness to people that seek it in a genuine way.
No, and I'm with that. If there is actual, like, an apology and a request for forgiveness and an admission that I fucked up, I made
a mistake.
Wrong. Yeah, I fucked up, and I did. Whoever it is, I did you wrong. I did the wrong thing. I said the wrong thing. Whatever it is, you did that. That deserves at least one chance at redemption. And after that, fuck you.
Yeah. Like, I am a big proponent of second chances, and I am also a big proponent that, like, I don't get to determine what is a second versus third versus fourth, like, chance, right? Like, I don't know. But I do think that folks deserve, when they're genuinely, like, repentant, for lack of a better term, they deserve that chance. That's all.
Yeah, and whether we want to use the word redemption or the ability to,
whatever it is,
to respond to previous mistakes, however, whatever word that we want to use, I believe that the human should have the ability anyway to demonstrate that they can change and be better and do better and act better and do all those things. And Rick, to your question, I want to make sure I'm clear on this. Everyone deserves redemption once. What about more? Look, I wouldn't be here tonight, right now, if it wasn't for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 100th chances. So, I'm not just leaving it at one. That was more for conversation's sake. But no, we've all fucked up. We've all fucked up.
We have, yes.
We need chances. But we do. There's a certain guy waiting backstage I don't know if I know him or not.
Do I need to eat something before this? Like, what is happening?
No. He cool as fuck. He's cool as fuck.
Oh.
It's Mikey.
Oh wait! Oh my God, Mikey Famine, is that you? Now, dude, we haven't even spoken since Better. Don't play with me. Do not play with me.
Ooh.
Just saying. Everybody got real unfamiliar after Better. Don't nobody call. Don't nobody write. People used to show up in my chat, insult me. I don't even get the insults no more. The porn
Bro,
bots.
I'm
don't even show up
sorry.
to
My
stream
man
no
was
more.
not
The
even
porn
gonna have
bots.
me on.
The porn bots don't
Mikey
even show
wrote
up for
me
the
off.
man.
Mikey wrote me off.
Everybody
and I
forgot
will
about the kid.
die on this hill.
The kid didn't forget about y'all.
Yeah, it's fine. Fight me.
All right, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have no more alcohol, personally.
Get them drinks, Jessica. Get them drinks.
I have to get like another one outside of this room.
Go get him. Go get him.
Damn it.
Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set.
Because now we have to dig into the praise I am that I'm not shit.
Yeah, that's fine. But like, Mikey has always favored me forever, and I will put it on my fucking headstone.
What'd I do?
You're faker than me forever.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So just like put it on my headstone. There's no just
I'm
put it on my headstone. That's it.
And when they put your headstone over your grave, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna chisel. No, she wasn't.
That's fine. I don't care. I'll be dead.
I'm gonna chisel that bitch after the fact. Like,
I sincerely do not care because I will be dead. That's fine.
That's why I'm telling you about it now.
No, that's
because
great.
it won't have no effect later. So I gotta
Shout
say
out
it
to
now.
Mikey. I'll be in the fucking underworld just like vibing. So like, mwah, 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 mwah. You know what I mean? Love
Someone's
you.
gonna have to produce the soundtrack for Hell. That's
Yeah,
where I
it
come in.
couldn't be me or you, but like, shout
That's where
out
I
to
come in.
whoever fucking does it. Like,
I already did that. It's called Devil's Night.
I mean,
I don't know.
no.
I don't know.
Like,
we'll see.
Mikey is my fucking guy. So like, if I'm in the underworld, so is he. That's all.
They won't let me in there.
Yeah, best of luck, buddy.
Why?
If I can't get into heaven with forces on, then y'all can keep it.
Bruh, I'm not going into heaven. Also, like, hell is beyond me. So, like, I'm just, me and Elijah, I'm going to, like, raise his ass up. Where I'm like,
sir, the dress code
like,
is you have
I
to
was
wear this
trying to
angelic
sleep.
robe.
Like, bitch, I don't give a shit if you're trying to sleep. I'm trying to see the future for this battle, bitch. He's like, let me take a nap. Like, no, can't. I cannot. Yeah.
All right, Heathen Queen, if you want to go grab a drink or whatever.
Oh, I don't. I just want to make fun of Mikey. That's all.
Yeah.
Because
Everybody sticks around for that.
I'm about to pull up the Praise I Am review where
Oh
we
my god. Okay.
Who's
Alright.
roasted?
I didn't get drunk yet. Let me just go ruin my life real quick. Dear Lord.
Oh, you're gonna do a share screen. Oh shit.
Embarrassing.
We just gotta dig in. We gotta dig in because Heathen Queen and I went. We
went in.
We went in hot. We went in,
Like hot. And we did not cool down.
Mikey family.
Hi. Good.
What's up, Mikey?
It's Papa Famine now.
You're not my papa, but congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Wait, Mikey, is your wife pregnant?
Yeah. She's
Oh my God.
32 weeks.
That's amazing.
Hot.
We're almost done.
Congrats.
We're almost out this bitch. About to evict that little crumb snatcher. But
congratulations.
It's a little girl.
I saw the
a vibe. This guy.
Everybody ended up getting tipsy.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I gotta go get some ice. I got no ice for my fucking Crown
Hurry
Royal
up, Mikey.
and that shit is
You dumb bitch.
burning my shit.
Mikey.
Like
Hey,
this
get
hot
that ice,
ass
bro.
cough syrup ass fucking
Yeah, get that
Mikey
ice,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah.
and I gotta go smoke the heart shaped herb.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Kitty.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Who is entrusting Mikey with a child? Somebody let me know quickly. Quickly.
So here's the thing about Mikey. I am a child.
Yeah,
However,
same.
I have,
So I'm
however,
just
I
wondering,
have the
would
fine motor skills to
I
get
know.
whatever my child would need. Like she's not going to be
Okay.
able to open up a jar. That's where I come in.
I still can't.
Yeah.
All right,
So when
Mikey,
so,
Mikey,
so when the wife come home and she's like, "Why is the baby covered in marshmallow fluff? And why is your face like? Did y'all eat all the marshmallow fluff?"
Like,
And I'm like,
I'm in support
was
of this.
her
Don't get me
idea.
wrong. I'm just saying, like, I don't relate, but I
have an-
support it.
I have an accomplice, is what I'm saying. And if you can't find a good accomplice, you should make one.
No.
There you go.
I need a getaway driver. Someone I can trust. Someone with blood ties.
No,
Well, my
I
sisters
support
are out of the
this.
question. So
Yeah, I'm
this will
saying
have to
I
be-
cannot create this. I do support it, but we're different. We're built different. That's all.
Hey.
All right, so,
But-
so Mikey, before we dig into the shenanigans,
Timesies.
is a dumpster. fire.
Yes.
Do you need to get
But
ice?
Mikey, should you ever need me for like a random like crime?
Yeah, I would never confess that on the internet.
That's
but
all.
I
You don't
heard it.
have to. That's
Yeah, I
I'm
heard.
just
I
saying,
heard
like,
what you said, but I'll
should
never
you ever
answer
need
that.
me for a crime? Fuck no, wouldn't be me.
Like what are we the fucking Proud Boys where we just confess everything
Nope.
on the fucking internet like some dumb
That's what I'm saying. Where I'm like, oh, you want to do a crime? Like, fuck you. I live with a lawyer. Prison forever. But, that's all.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Wink, wink, motherfucker.
I didn't wink. I can't wink. Did y'all see that? That was
Mikey,
the like.
Mikey, do you need to get ice? or
What
no?
is that fucking? What is that? Come on.
Mikey, do you need ice or no?
Next.
Mikey just keeps freezing.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to turn off what I was already doing. I didn't think
Right.
I didn't actually think I was going to get in.
That's what she said.
Well, that's what happens. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I made kids on it. So.
Oh, that's how they ended up here.
This thing is glitchy for me. Let me see what that problem is.
It's glitchy for everyone.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
So that's
why,
not just me?
why,
Nope, not
Mikey,
just
why
you.
Mikey figures it out? Everybody, you have a drink, and Heathen Queen, eat your meal. Eat your meal.
God damn it.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. Everybody in this bitch getting set. Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Everybody in this bitch getting tips.
Damn it.
Everybody in this bitch getting tips.
Did it.
And yes, we'll go through this. And I already sped it up. We're gonna get through this, and then I'm gonna DJ later because I was given an assignment from Case Kane. Given an assignment, and I never refuse a challenge. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we good?
Might be. Mikey, I hit it with the shots.
Mikey,
Tumblers. I'm an old man now.
Mikey, are you
You're not as
utilizing?
old as me, to be honest.
Are you utilizing American Online or?
Not the dial up.
Yeah, I think my graphics card is bad. Let me F5.
You F5, F6, F7, F8.
Just MS DOS in this bitch, you know what I mean?
All right, one more time.
Dear God, I'm gonna die.
Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Everybody,
Everybody
in this bitch get
I'm gonna die.
Everybody in this bitch get Everybody in this bitch get
People die.
Everybody in this bitch get
I think that's my favorite drink song yet.
It's a good one.
Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy.
What the fuck is whoever?
Everybody in this bitch. All right, so what we're getting ready to review. I was waiting for Mikey to jump back on.
Yeah,
So
please let's do it because
Um,
like I have a limited.
after, and we won't spend a bunch of time on it. We'll try to get to the saucy parts.
No, it's fine. Like I'm here to just destroy
but
these
we-
idiots, but I have a limited attention span.
Would same.
Well,
What are we talking about?
Oh, Mikey.
idiots.
So, Mikey, we won't spend a bunch of time on this, but we're gonna try to kind of
We should.
plow through. So there was a review done. Dr. Josh and Dr. Kip's biblical slavery debate performed by phrase that I am that I'm not, because I'm a bitch.
And I'm dead. I'm gone.
And he
R.I.P.
was talking all kinds of shit. And we found out about it while we were streaming real time. And then,
Did I pull up? Yes, I did.
You know the
Did
homies,
Oz also? Yes.
you know the homies, Heathen Queen and Oz rode up and it was like, well, hold on.
Fully.
Y'all caught us out. Now
Yeah.
we show up. Now y'all want to act like some little
Like,
bitches?
y'all want to play games? Like I'm here for it. Let's do that.
And what's ironic is, and I don't know if we'll get far enough into it, but
I don't know.
what's ironic is Heathen Queen did an amazing job of closing the shit out where the atheists out Christian the Christians. The
Wait, did you?
atheists out Christian the Christians. So it starts out hot, like and your boy. When I say your boy, me, I'm balls to the walls. I don't give a fuck. And
We closed out with me discussing why I deconverted, and it had like 100% to do with the fact that my then boyfriend. Well, it had to do with the fact that I grew up in a very charismatic sort of sect, and then went on to be the fact that I sort of had a partner who I was taught to engage with in a very charismatic way that shot himself, and I had to deal with that. And like, quite literally, nobody has the prescription for that. So like, that's the very general overview. But when I left that chat, it was very much like, all right, I'm willing to engage with you on an honest, intellectual, like whatever you want to call it, level, and that's where we're at.
Yep. And the beginning of this is when I think her and I, HQ and I show up almost within like seconds or minutes of each other, and I'm already going like, fuck you.
It's because I was waiting for Oz. Yeah. 'Cause I was just like, what's the point otherwise? But yeah.
All right, here we go.
Good God.
Amongst other people.
All my teeth. Let's just say that I still have all my teeth.
And mine are
I
shiny
got all
and
the
white.
pearly whites. I got all the
Yeah,
pearly.
exactly.
Mine.
I do not have all my teeth.
That's why I said that it was up top or at the end that we need to talk about this because they're still reviewing. When we're having these conversations, when it delves into personal attacks and personal threats, who are you, and why? Why do you feel
what gives you the right to talk about God? What gives you that right?
Oh, it's just me meeting people where they're at, but yeah.
To physically threaten Dr. Kip that you're going to do this and not.
Someone's inebriated. Heathen Queen.
But I remember when him and Eddie had a huge falling out,
So
and
true,
they were
but I'll
friends, and
still
Oz was threatening
you.
Eddie, and the stream was deleted and was never spoken about again. So why is he acting like this when he's guilty of it himself? This was like a year and a half or 2 years ago. Him and Eddie had a big falling out. They may be friends now. Again, I don't know, but it was ugly. It was ugly.
There we go.
What was ugly? What was ugly? Oh, and I'm
With you and Eddie. I watched it, Oz. I watched it. And you threatened him.
God damn.
And you threatened Eddie. I watched it and I heard it.
Threatened Eddie with what? Wrong, dude.
I forget. It was like a year and a half ago,
No,
and you
no,
and
no,
him
no,
had a
no,
big
no.
falling out, and you went live. And you went live. I watched you, Oz. I watched it.
If you forget and you don't know, then don't
No,
talk.
I watched it. I remember.
So then
I prayed
tell me what
for
happened.
you. I did. I prayed
Tell me what
for
happened.
you. I did. I did.
Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
I forget it was a year and a half,
You forget.
2 years ago. But you actually went at him. Yes, you did,
Bro, I
Oz,
never
and it
pray
was
for nobody.
nasty.
So what?
And Eddie
So
was
what?
begging for forgiveness, and you were threatening
you
him.
have, and guess what? You have no idea what's happened after the fact. So
But you still were online, and you threatened him.
there were never any physical threats. Period. I did not threaten Eddie ever.
Yes, you did.
Imagine me
I am
threatening someone.
overloaded right now.
You
I have no
deleted
idea
the
what's
damn
fucking
stream.
Wait, hold on.
right now. I am so confused.
I'm sorry. Can y'all imagine me threatening
Which Oz is talking?
quite literally any of these dudes?
Oh God!
Oh, please, please, can y'all? Because like I need this for my self-esteem. Just asking.
Huh?
Like, can y'all imagine me like presenting a scenario in which I am being intimidating for Oz's like identity?
No.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. I weigh like a total of 135 pounds.
Yeah, look out.
Soaking wet.
And that's their, which I don't know if we'll get this far, but I actually
Probably not, but-
in Heathen Queen, I hope you realize what I did. I actually used Praise's misogynistic,
Oh yeah.
antagonistic bullshit against him, and
Yeah.
as soon as he realized it, he was like,
Oh, oop.
"Oh yeah, I should probably shut up."
I mean, praise. God, I don't want to say this publicly. I'll message you, Oz.
All right, fair enough.
I think
G's moving silence like lasagna.
All right, so-
Exactly.
So to help Mikey, what had happened was,
Yeah, because I don't know what the hell's happening.
there was a
I'm
debate.
sorry, Mikey. I just can't like publicly state that he's in love with me. But
There-
yeah. All right,
there-
next.
There was a public debate between on Myth Vision between Dr. Josh and Dr. Kip and two other theists, and it was on biblical slavery, and it
The fact that we're still
Man,
fucking like arguing this point as like valid is beyond. But yes, sorry.
yeah, that's a whole
Beyond.
conversation.
That's y'all.
But
I don't do that.
No, that is white people shit. You are right.
But praise is obsessed.
Yeah.
Praise is obsessed with two things: biblical slavery.
Oh,
and
that's the middle guy.
Christianity.
Okay, I had to pull up the stream. I can't read anybody's name on there, and I could barely
Praise
tell
is
if that was
obsessed
you or if
with
what was going on.
ever
But
seeing a vagina.
I'm on board now. I'm on board now.
I bet. So
Praise was like, I heard of a J, but like, what does that mean?
So yeah, to give you
I'm not wrong.
to
Yeah.
wrap it up,
Yeah, to wrap it up.
to wrap it up like a condom, right? Praise. It is praise is obsessed with two things: the biblical slavery debate and Dr. Josh. He's obsessed
Yeah, exactly.
with
And
those.
how he can like subject Dr. Josh to biblical slavery so he can like finally fucking get some. The end.
Does he have a crush on Dr. Josh? Does he?
Oh,
is that
yeah.
Like he's got a little.
10,000%. Like, I
Little
don't
thing
even
for
know how
him?
to express that. Like, yes, absolutely. I'm not.
I mean, Dr.
Oz,
Josh
am
is
I wrong
cool.
now?
I got a thing for Dr. Josh too. He's got some really great work. I really appreciate and respect everything he does. You're talking about the same thing? This guy?
I
Praise?
mean,
Same thing?
listen, I simply have no
He's,
opinion. You
Hey,
feel me?
Praise thinks highly of him like I do? Oh, okay.
I mean, I can't relate. We have different experiences, but
Praise is on another level.
yeah, that's right.
Praise is on another level.
He absolutely is.
He makes cartoons. He makes cartoons out of Dr. Josh, if that tells you anything.
Like, can you imagine making cartoons
like
out of a
sexually?
man? Like, no, I can't. Like, making cartoons out of a man who is just like, I want to believe the best in everyone, and I am therefore trying to see like your side of the argument. Therefore, I will be incredibly generous in my like I don't even know. Like, I'll be incredibly generous in my like recreation of your position, like, because I can't, because I would be absolutely just fucking non-generous whatsoever. Like, I am here to ruin your life,
Well,
and yet,
sorry, go ahead and finish. My bad.
no, that's it. Like, and yet people are like, no, Dr. Josh, like, we agree, and I'm like, y'all fucking don't. He's just nice. That's all.
We do have one more person backstage, and as soon as the
I'm sorry, I will pause.
the always hardworking and amazing, beautiful Jenna the new scene to
Paid
include.
extra, right?
What's that?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you getting paid extra?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why did I?
gross. Gross.
You're welcome.
Gotta go.
Mommy and Daddy are fucking licking each other. Let me out of here.
I have to
God
pee.
damn.
This is too much. I have to piss.
I'm gonna go smoke some weed. Get your guest in here, you fucking
I'm
nasty
gonna
boy.
crawl out because I gotta pee.
Everybody get set.
Gotta be high for this.
Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set.
And the rest of them just dipped out. That's cool. It's just me and you, baby.
Why did you say the thing?
What thing?
You said the thing.
What thing?
The thing.
What thing? I don't know what thing.
I don't know. You said something.
You and me, baby.
I see you, Brilliant. I'm working on it. I'm getting shit going. You're good. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
All right, so I'll hit the play button, and baby, just give me the hand wave, and I'll stop it as soon as you're ready.
Sure.
I never deleted anything.
Yes, you did. You can deny it all you want. Yes, you can.
No, the fuck, I did not. Nope.
Yes, you were very upset.
No,
yes, you
no,
were.
No.
And you were drinking, and you were drinking.
No,
Yes, you were very
no,
upset.
I did not delete anything. I did not remove anything. But I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious
Prove it.
that we went from that
Prove
to
it.
claims.
So I live my life around Dr. Oz or
Prove
this
it.
dude here, and I'm going to say his streams from a year and a half
Yeah, you said my name right, bitch. Dr. Oz.
ago.
You're talking shit, and you have
I'm
no
not talking shit. I remember it. I remember it was like 1:32 in the morning.
You don't have goddamn receipts. It doesn't matter.
Prove it.
I don't do things to blackmail folks and try to hold it over
Then
them.
don't
Like, I'm
fucking
not about
say
that
shit.
life.
Okay,
I
that's cool.
said what I
The term
fucking
is
said, and I was right.
The term
I
is
was right.
African. The term is African American male. We don't like you just calling us blacks. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Say our
But I
names
said what I said, and I was right.
Say my name. Say my name.
Yeah, sorry. No, like, I'm not taking anything away from Mikey, but like,
Yeah,
I
my
was
joke.
fully dead ass right when I spoke on the fucking Karen. That's all.
Fuck Karen.
He wants to come at Yuri like he's here on
Prove
this
it.
white horse, like he's Mr.
That's cool.
When you're guilty yourself.
All that's cool.
Prove
but
it.
it claims
Where's all this
you gotta
hate?
bring receipts. You got to bring
That's
receipts.
what I said. Prove it.
Where's the hate coming from?
Prove it. No hate. Just want you to prove it.
Yeah,
I remember
I
it.
said
You
what I
can
said.
deny
That's
it.
not
You
proof,
can lie. I
beloved.
remember it. I
Wait,
do. I was there. I watched it.
I don't care about your memory. I don't care about your memory. I want receipts.
Yeah.
I don't
If you're gonna
even
say back it up. I know Christians aren't particularly good at that, but
from a year and a half to 2 years ago.
and don't fucking say
I'm
it, dog.
supposed to actually save moments of
You're
people that
making
I don't even know.
accusations.
Do you have receipts? Yes or no?
You're making accusations.
I'm
Back
not
it up.
making accusations. I'm
All right. We have to go.
Dude, I love myself in Rewind, not gonna lie. Like, when I listen to it, I'm like, yes.
Jiggy.
Yeah.
Keeping it jiggy. But we have a guest backstage, so let's make a proper introduction. Varelian, welcome to the Atheist Network group.
Hey. Everybody in this bitch get set.
Yeah.
Hey.
Why are only 2 of us on camera? Like, I need to know.
Everybody in this bitch get set.
Everybody in the bed get tipsy. What's up, Brilliant? How are you?
Yeah, doing good. Just finished work. So yay for the weekend.
Yay for the fucking weekend.
I'm
I hear you.
curious. Where do
Lovely,
you hail
lovely.
from, if you don't mind.
Australia.
I'm in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, also from the down under.
Right, so
You couldn't hear that, Alice? I thought you was a doctor, man. You couldn't hear he was Australian.
Fuck you, Mikey.
Just saying, dog.
No, I'm just saying.
You got a sweet Aussie accent. You couldn't pluck that out of you with shit. All right, whatever.
Well,
and Dr. Oz, I
don't make
apologize.
assumptions, thank you, Mikey.
Condolences.
hang on.
I'm so sorry that you lost your election. Hey, man, you'll get them next year. You know what I mean?
You'll a lot.
Actually, Mikey, you're also wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Mikey,
no. Shut
you
the
are
fuck
also wrong. No.
I'm from New Zealand.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on,
Do I know what
man.
Mikey is wrong about? No, I
just-
don't.
Yo,
but will
let's-
I fucking riot?
Let's be
yes,
real.
I will.
Let's be real.
But-
That's just the north side of Australia anyway. That's the
Yeah,
north
Mikey.
side. It's the same
Mikey,
thing.
Mikey, you're right. Let's be real. More times than not, you're wrong. Video,
Yeah.
please.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. It's true. It's
Okay,
true.
You're making claims. You're making
I'm
claims.
not
No, I
making
saw
claims.
Mikey in person.
No, I'm not.
have
You were
receipts.
stuttering that night. You were dreaming.
And I was
I
like, oh my
remember.
God,
It was like
do
1:30
you
in the
have-
Do you
morning.
have any evidence
Don't
that this
have
happened?
receipts. Do we have
Any
receipts?
whatsoever?
Do we have
Why?
receipts?
Why?
Do
Please
we
tell
Go
me
die.
why I would.
Do
When
next.
I don't even know Oz.
Next.
Why?
Next.
Please,
Then why would
please
you
tell
make
me
these
why.
claims?
Next.
Why would you make these claims
Next.
if you don't
Well,
have any
because
evidence to
he's
back it up?
wanting to hold
Next.
shit over yours.
Next.
So I'm
Next.
gonna throw it back in
You
his
brought-
lap.
Yeah, with no evidence.
You
This
brought
is
that
stupid.
up out of nowhere. I came on here to talk about that Praise and someone on his
I
channel.
came
I
on
want to talk
here
about
to
knocking
die.
teeth out. I want to talk about knocking teeth out, Praise. That's what I came here for.
Yeah, I didn't say that. It was Yuri. I'll let Yuri
Oh
explain
my
himself.
God, this fucking guy again.
Yeah, and of course, praise
Mikey,
I
can
am.
we please
Praise
just do
I
this?
am
Because
that
it has
I'm
nothing
not.
to do
that I'm
with
a
you. I just
bitch.
want to talk about punching teeth out. That's all.
Praise
Then I want
I
to go to
am
sleep.
that I'm not. I'm
No
a
offense,
bitch.
Praise.
Always being a little bitch that he is, and what everyone else.
Yeah, I'm gonna go die.
That's what praise does.
Yeah.
That's what praise does.
Well,
And
where
each
is
and every
he?
time-
'Cause otherwise, I'm gonna go sleep. This is a lot for me personally, you know.
All right. Any peace outs, or you want to stick?
No,
around?
no, I'm not piecing out. I'm just like trying to get someone to like show up like consistently. That's all.
Oh, I'm with you.
No, that's it. I'm just waiting for Praise to like
Not be
put
a
up
bitch.
or shut up.
Not be a bitch.
Yeah, put up or shut up. I'm here.
Yeah,
And I also showed up in your live and stayed until I had proven my position. So like, pull up.
Yep, and we probably won't get as far. We covered it the other night, but atheism won that night. We out Christian the Christians, but we'll
That's true, but that wasn't even like me trying to like prove a point or like win like a position. It was more just like me trying to find common ground. And you as well. But I think if we were to say like, did atheism or like theism win, there's enough evidence for one side to have been decisive, but it wasn't my goal. My goal was to find common ground with people that disagreed with me, and then to like perhaps.
And you did that.
I don't know.
You did that.
That was my goal. That was it.
You
I'm
did.
not saying I won or lost. That was just my goal.
And I will say this: that particular evening, Heathen Queen way outperformed me because I was on a whole nother level. I was out for blood.
Brand new edition.
And Heathen Queen completely outperformed me when it came to being
I shared my deconversion story. I shared the loss of my partner to suicide. And I honestly shared all of those things without any anticipated outcome. Does that make me like a better person, like overall? No. Not at all. But like, I was willing to be open and vulnerable in that situation to maybe create the kind of environment that would allow other people to just be honest. That's all.
Right, and in game, you did that because that this particular motherfucker that we're talking about, you did that. You created a path for him to do that. But it did take a lot of heat and a lot
I
of.
was absolutely fucking violent for like the first, at least one half of that. Like, we'll be real, like maybe 3/4, but like at least one half. Like, I was like, I'll fucking fuck your dad and run you over and then back up with my car. Like, full stop. And then we got to a point where we could like see each other's perspectives. But like, yes, absolutely. The first part of that was a nightmare. Yeah.
And for everyone, because this is a failure on my part as the host here at the Atheist Network group.
Love y'all.
Is the reason that Heathen Queen and I jumped on and came in hot like this is because there were literal physical, violent threats made against
Dr. Kip.
Dr. Kip.
Yep.
And as soon as we heard about that shit, we're like, oh,
Hold
word?
That, like,
Let's get it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what started this. Just so we're clear. And I should have, I definitely needed to do a better job of giving a build up or a lead in to this. That's why we came in smoking hot and guns blazing, because there was.
Usually I would just go to bed.
The one motherfucker was like, no, I want to punch his teeth in.
He said he would drag him by the beard and like punch his teeth in.
Yeah.
And like Dr. Kip, like, what has he ever done? Nothing ever. And like me for fun is like, R.I.P. But yeah, there was a very clear sort of path into that, which we can discuss. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this was a lesson between atheists and theists. This was just a lesson in how to be a better human.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a very specific, like, oh, y'all want to like insult my family? Then like, let's do it. Let's fucking do it, right? But like in general, I don't feel the need to like go to bat for every person ever that kind of agrees with me, but also doesn't. Like, it was very specific.
Yeah, before I hit the play button again, just remember, Jesus always commanded his followers to punch people's teeth out.
I think I understand where he's coming from, though.
Jesus thinks I'm funny. I bet you dollars that don't know it's Jesus laughing. No.
Punch their teeth out. Just in Jesus' name, punch their teeth
Bro,
out.
Jesus loves me. Yeah, next.
You better not. Go ahead.
You're up.
Yeah, Gary.
What?
You want to talk about knocking teeth out? Let's talk about it.
Who the fuck are you? Both of you. Get the fuck out of here. Both
Oakland,
of you.
California. Come find me. I will send you my
Both
address.
of you, I don't know who you are. And so I ain't gonna even answer you.
Are you
Go to your father, the devil. Go where you come from.
I'll send you my
Where you
address,
come
bitch.
from.
I know where I come from.
In the name of Jesus,
little bitch,
get out of this hangout.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
You're nobody.
Yeah, you want to talk about knocking teeth out, but when
Put
I
a
say come
doctor
find
in
me, I'll
front of
send
your
you my
name and
address.
come back, then we'll talk. There you go.
Hey, we right here. Right?
Put a
said what I
doctor in
said,
front of
right?
your name and then we'll talk. But
Praise
before that, get out of here, both of you.
This is Praise. This is your channel, right? Not Gavin's.
That's right.
No, of course not.
Okay. So it's your channel. You told both Heathen Queen and I to roll up and show up. We're here.
Here I am.
This motherfucker wants to hide behind the avatar and doesn't want to back up his claim as far as knocking teeth out. So let's.
I'm here. I'm on
Did
camera.
we
I'm
talk
off.
to you? Did we spoke before? Do I know you? I don't know who you are. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, or what?
Get the hell out of here.
I don't know who you are. Who are you?
I don't know who the hell you are. What's that matter?
So why are you asking me questions then?
Because
you're threatening to knock people's teeth out, and I'm saying let's do it.
Did I threaten you?
You threaten my friends, and that's enough.
Your friends? Who are your friends? I don't know you.
Really?
I don't care if you know me, bitch.
That's right. I don't know you.
I don't care.
So why are you in
said
here?
what I said
So,
because
Praise.
you made a threat and you won't back
Go
the fuck
back
up.
to where you came from. I don't know you. Leave.
You go back to where you came
you're a
from.
bitch.
Hide behind your avatar.
You're a false accuser, and so is your friend. Both
Nope.
of you.
You
Praise.
said it.
This
You're
is
a weak ass
This is
cowardly
shit,
bitch.
bro. This is what I'm talking about.
This is bitch shit.
I don't know both of you.
I forgot I said that.
I started from the devil who created you.
Serious.
Praise
Boy,
the bitch.
this is
You know it.
ridiculous.
I know it.
And we don't know you, but you want to talk about knocking people's teeth out, bitch?
No, you come in here, you don't even know me, and you accuse me of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it.
Exactly. You need to leave.
Motherfucker.
You need to leave. Both of you.
I'll come in here and knock everybody's teeth out. How's that grab you?
Somebody do something, because Praise is too big of a bitch to even jump in and moderate.
It's not even.
You guys
about
come
him.
from nowhere into this hangout. We don't.
All right,
I'm gonna go die.
you got enough of the smoke. We can talk about the end on another stream, because I do have to give mad love to Heathen Queen, because she like magnificently wrapped that up, because it started with all the smoke. It started with all the passion, and her and I both jumped in there hot, because they were physically threatening our friends.
Guns blazing.
Right?
I was like, I will send you my address. Like, I live with someone that the next morning was like, did you send this address to like some fucking psychos?
We jumped in.
But I would have.
We jumped in, guns blazing, blazing, and on purpose and for a purpose. Like literally, one of our friends, technically two of them, but specifically one of them by name, physical threats of dragging them and punching their teeth out. And you expect there to be
it's not fake. Like, there are very real crimes that are certain groups deciding that they hate other people and like quite literally tying them to the back of their trucks and dragging them down gravel roads. That's not an exaggeration. That is real life. And like, do I think that these folks would have done it? Like, probably not. However, if that shit goes unchecked, like, there is a very real extrapolation that could happen. Like, it just is.
Well, it's not just.
And I'll say this, and the others in the room, I'll shut up.
Yeah, sorry.
Just one. No, you're good. One quote that I'll throw. And Jen and I have talked about this quote many times, and then I'll shut up. Conduct permitted is conduct taught. When you allow conduct or you allow things to be said, you're teaching said person that it's okay for them to talk to you or treat you in such manner. And that's where, as soon as I caught wind of that, I was like, nope, I'm in there like swimwear, bitch.
Yep. And I feel like this is specifically true of white folks, if I'm being really honest. Like, if we allow that shit to fly, we're condoning it. And given that, like, I hate to say it this way, but like, given that white folks kind of direct general public opinion, like general public whatever, we have the authority, we have the privilege, we need to direct how that goes, what it means, all of the rest of that. So like, if I see some bullshit happening that I understand is going to directly impact folks that are more marginalized than I am as a white woman, which is like mostly everybody, then like, I have a direct responsibility to fucking raise the flag, however you want to say it, right? Raise the flag, draw the line, like, do whatever the fuck. But like, that's my fucking job as someone who is like, you know, whatever it is, one level down from white male supremacy. Like, that's my fucking job, because the next sort of line of defense after me is at exponentially more risk. That's all. Sorry.
No, you're good. So, Mikey, brilliant. We've been dominating the conversation. What y'all got to say?
I'm just listening for the most part because I'm still trying to piece together everything that happened. So I'm mostly just listening. But notice how a lot of people don't talk about me.
What up, Mikey? I'll talk about you.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm the anti-drama Dalai Lama. Like I don't play none of that shit. My blow-ups, my explosions have been so Vesuvius-esque and brief.
But it's not drama to like
It's
draw
all
attention to the fact that like shit's happening. But I also understand that like I exist in a world where I can draw attention to shit without having like very adverse side effects. So like, you know, it's a whole vibe.
Yeah, just
Love you. That's all.
getting back to how Oz was saying that it may not be, and you, Heathen, it may not be these people doing the stuff in real life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what it could be is someone watching that stream or the comments in the live chat about that and then going on and doing it. Right?
So wait, can you explain to me how it might not be someone in a live stream that's saying the thing, but then somebody that's watching the live stream then goes and does the thing? How does that work?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they would either look up to it or be think of it as a form of vindication, an
Sure.
indicator
Who is
of it. It doesn't matter who they are.
No, it
right?
does.
The people who agree with the person saying the thing.
Sure.
The
Who
peop-
is saying the thing, and who is the person saying the thing? Like
Okay,
who is
so-
saying it, and who is agreeing with it?
So
and
the
then,
person who said, "I am offended by what you are saying, therefore I'm going to get you by the beard and punch your teeth out." That's the person who says that, and the other person watching them say that is the type of maybe the type of person who agrees with that person's views on
Sure.
Christianity.
So who then
or-
has the responsibility to say that, yeah, that's actually not fair, and I'm going to stand up against this, because the fact that like you feel free to say this, and then I should not say anything. Like,
Well, no,
why is that right?
I'm not saying I'm not saying you shouldn't say anything. I'm saying that everyone should be saying something about it, standing up for it.
Sure.
I agree.
I agree with that. But where is everybody?
Well, the only everybody were you and Oz in that stream.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
And Heathen Queen, I will say, just like if we look back historically at different movements or different societal or political initiatives that are not orchestrated by the government, that they're actually started by the individuals, is it does take ones like you, Jenna, Mikey.
Jenna. Yep.
Help
me out.
It starts there because there are too many people that are afraid to speak because they don't hear any other voices.
Yes,
right?
I agree with that.
They don't hear anyone in their own personal sphere of influence that shares the same view on humanity or view on society or view on politics or whatever it is. They're not comfortable with speaking out because they feel like they're all alone, and it takes all of us, the more of us speaking out in like I've always said, turning up the volume, not just on atheism but on humanism and awareness, that all of us are allowed to be fucking different. Period. We're all allowed to be different, think different, act different, behave different. And all of that, and as long as you're not causing damage, as long as you're not hurting people,
Yeah, I don't even care if I'm causing damage. I just care if I'm causing damage to people that don't deserve it. There's a very fine line, but that's
Say it again. I missed
me.
part of it.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, for me, I hear what you're saying about causing damage, but I think that there are very specific scenarios in which causing damage can possibly be a beneficial thing. And so when I weigh like what I'm doing, cost benefit analysis, there is a certain section where like doing damage is actually not bad.
I love that you said that because in what I, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but in what I think you're saying, I 100% agree, because you are damaging the bad beliefs. You are damaging bad beliefs, bad ideas. You are attacking the bullshit and people that believe that A, B, and C are true because they have all of the bad reasons to believe that these things are real or are true, and you're trying to expose those things. Do all that damage. Do all like I'm signed up for that. I'm signed up for that. Do all of that damage.
I'm fucking white, and so I'm like, burn it all down. I don't give a shit. But I understand that might not be like.
But you're not literally advocating for the burning down of churches, though.
It depends.
I mean, turn them into nightclubs. I don't care, but
quite literally, like, this is what I'm asking. Like, if you were just to take a random church, let's just say that there's a random church, we have no idea of the history, whatever, right? What do you think is the most likely? How do I say this? Political, social, economic, whatever, to turning this existing building into a nightclub that is going to produce profit versus raising it and building a fucking shelter for the homeless.
Well, nightclub was an example. There's a church probably 2 blocks away that you can turn into a shelter for the homeless. It doesn't matter as long as it's not a church, right?
I thought that's why they weren't paying taxes.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Like, I'm saying maybe.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
This is not me trying to do like a Trixie's got ya. Like, this is just like I think there needs to be like a very real kind of like analysis of like what is happening in these very specific like socio-political areas, and like what we're doing with specific properties that are beholden to the government, at least here in America. I can't speak for elsewhere. That are beholden to the government in very specific ways.
Or not beholden to the government through tax reasons.
Sure, but like I think that like all has to be like very considered, because right now if you were to say like, oh yeah, like that spot random over there doesn't have X, Y, or Z obligations, like, yeah, that sounds great, but then in reality when you examine like what they're doing, how they're raising funds, like what X, Y, or Z is for, that's a very different consideration. And I'm not saying you're arguing for or against that, just that like we need to be very aware of like the way in which we have those things existing and that we support those things. That's all.
And real quick, we'll go about for about 10 more minutes, but I do want to address this because I in one of the other streams we did, that this was brought up, and Heathen Queen, by all means, once I finish with my point, like,
no, please, I'm gonna shut up.
No, you jump in, but I want to address this. So Ed Luckenbill said, Heathen reminds me of Godless Girl.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Sorry.
A little nicer, though. So here's what I say. I have a history with old GD. And I will tell you right now, Heathen Queen reminds me nothing of Godless Girl. That
Bless you,
I don't know if she is on crack or
Not me.
methamphetamines or what it is.
I do take Adderall.
That bitch is fucking crazy. I have never heard Heathen Queen address anyone the way that I hear Gigi address fellow humans.
Or me.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to go there, but yeah, even you. That's I feel like you're trying to take a shot there, so that's why I called it out, because
shots. All right,
I can tell you.
Oh, my bad.
Tell you,
Mikey.
I can tell you that that's not the case. That is not the case at all. Godless Girl, and I'll say it. And actually, part of our 3-year celebration in April, part of our 3-year celebration as a channel, Godless Girl said on one of our live streams when we first started, this channel won't last 3 months. This channel won't last 3 months. Guess what?
I said pull up.
Guess what? We're gonna roll up all that on 3 years, bitch.
This is what I want to say. I quite literally have the credentials to back up every fucking thing I say. Does she?
Just
no.
Just
she doesn't. Let me
just terrible visits to Subway and the grocery store where she's exposed for being a piece of shit. Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Everything I speak on, I have either spent like 10 years researching, and not only have I spent 10 years researching this, I have like top names in the field that are willing to back me up on my positions. Like, that's not even like me trying to brag. That's me being like, I have taken this position because these people have espoused it. Like, amen. But like, also, so much of this is like,
it's bullshit.
It's bullshit, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, I have a degree in economics. I have a degree in political science. My specialty is in Middle Eastern studies and North African politics. Like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
What does Godless Girl have? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, so like when she calls in and tries to argue with me, or when like she says like, well, she wouldn't do X, Y, or Z, I'm like, all right, well, let me know when you go like get your 2 degrees mad cum laude and then come to me and argue with this shit. Like, sorry, I know that's like very elitist, but like, I worked fucking hard to be able to say that.
No, is that an ultimate claim, Heathen Queen? Is that ultimate?
No, it's not an ultimate claim. It's just like, how are you gonna like pull up with
I'm
absolutely no
playing what she
experience
did.
and then just like
that's how the uneducated theist and even atheists attack those things when they're trying to be counter argument.
Yeah. I know that
is that a universal claim?
I'm like bloviating, but I'm just saying, like, until you have done like the same amount of research that I have done in this specific area, like, I don't feel the need to prove myself.
I mean, Frank Turek said, "Could you be wrong?"
Frank Turek has a fake degree, so let's be real.
Like when I say Post Malone is garbage, and Oz like argues with me.
Kick him off.
I haven't had any chance.
He's racist. He's racist as fuck. He's so racist.
How you gonna identify as Post Malone? That ain't even right.
He's racist. My name's Austin, motherfucker.
Listen,
He's racist.
That's true. That's true. But like Post Malone, to me, he's Post No Home. You feel me? Like,
I mean, like if you
Yeah.
support Lil Wayne, I don't hold it against you.
I mean, do you look at like a lollipop or like what's up? Oh, you
How
don't?
many?
Weird.
How
like a
many
lollipop.
milli? How many milli though?
A million here, a million there.
there.
Sicilian bitch with long hair with coconut dairy air. It's a oh man.
With the Nigerian hair. Mr.
Sorry.
Bleed like
Someone play Miss Carter. I'm dead.
But I will
Okay,
say,
yeah.
Post Malone did a good stream on Nirvana songs.
On what?
Nirvana.
Not Kurt
Oh,
Cobain.
Nirvana.
Not my boo.
Oh, let's talk
Not my
Nirvana.
suicidal boo.
Yeah, Post Malone covered
Oh,
Nirvana.
someone put Nirvana on because I'm ready. I'm
the YouTube
quite
stream.
literally ready to give up my life. Let's do it.
You're talking about the YouTube. Oh, yeah, that shit was. So he
That
had
was
Travis Barker
fucking
playing
good.
drums.
Oh my God, Travis
and,
Barker.
Is he well?
Travis Barker.
Probably not, but is he an
No,
excellent
he was
drummer?
he was like he was like paralyzed and shit. Like he
Don't
was
care.
really really sick.
I don't
Listen,
I don't
Shane
remember. I just
Hawkins.
know-
Look, this is
Shane Hawkins.
post the paralyzing.
Shane Hawkins.
Let me see.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
all I know is
he was in the
Travis.
The
hospital.
son of Foo Fighters drummer who passed away, Shane Hawkins.
Justin.
Just watch it. That's all I have to say. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sick.
all I know is Travis Barker is is in my top 3 drummers.
Yeah, he's fine, and I know that he's fine because he's like
I was talking about
married to a Kardashian right now. That's why I know. But also Travis Barker is just out here like fucking up like tracks with everybody. So like I know he's also alive.
Oh,
but,
it was a
like,
blood clot.
I-
He had a blood clot. That's what it was.
Oh,
Also-
that's just Jamaican. Blood
Like,
clot
listen.
boy. Blacka.
if y'all were into
Boomba clot.
pop punk in high school, listen to what is his name?
Take
Kenny
off your pants
Hoopla.
and jacket.
Nope, Kenny Hoopla.
All the small things.
Nope,
Album after
Kenny
that.
Hoopla. Kenny Hoopla. Go listen to this man and then tell me I'm wrong. You can't. That's all.
Remember when they tried to remix us with Boxcar Racer?
Nope. Go listen to Kenny Hoopla.
So you don't remember that?
No,
When
I
they
do,
tried-
but
they
I'm
tried to
I'm
hit us
telling
with
you.
and then
No,
the-
I remember.
Then they tried to angels and airwaves us.
Nope.
Then they
I
tried to
remember.
plus 44 us,
Nope.
and we were like,
No, I remember.
if you don't get Tom Ass back over here right
you don't
now,
get Tom D fucking long on this stage.
Mark,
I am throwing a
Mark,
fit.
I don't care if you're mad at Travis.
Listen,
You're
Mark.
gonna grow up. Let it go. He didn't mean to eat your yogurt. This is stupid. Stupid.
This is my fucking therapy appointment.
Get all three of you get behind your instruments and turn out an album
Tom?
now.
The elongated muskrat. Don't fucking play with me.
You boys used to run down the street naked, shooting music videos, and now look at you fighting. You're supposed to be brothers, damn it.
So before I begin to wrap this up, like I said an hour ago,
No.
Brilliant, what are you sipping on? What are you sipping on?
Sorry, it doesn't matter. Y'all need to listen to Kenny Hoopla, and then I'm gonna end. Thank you.
So who's sipping on what?
I don't
No,
care.
I asked you what are you over there sipping on?
Oh,
Jameson.
Good lad.
Bam, bam, bam. I have a Devil's Envy.
Nobody cares. I need y'all to listen to Kenny Hoopla. Just like feel this out for me. Sorry, I love y'all so much, but like if y'all liked pop punk in its heyday, you will like this man. That's all.
So, Heathen Queen.
I met my wife at a Sum 41 concert.
What's your plug before we wrap off?
No, I feel like
Wrap
we all
up.
need to listen to this song together.
Oh, together. I don't know how to do that right now. I've had too many drinks.
I was backstage at a Pennywise concert.
What's the name again?
So there's a reason I'm
Jimmy
plugging this.
Kupla?
No.
Kenny?
Kenny Hoopla. HOOPLA. He is pop punk, and he is also like a black pop punk artist who has his drum solos by what the fuck is his name? Travis Barker. And like I feel compelled to push him at every opportunity.
Okay.
So he doesn't use a click track.
Sorry, that was all like everybody piled on each other. I didn't hear it.
They may still use a click track.
But if it's Travis Barker.
Heathen Queen, I looked it up. So Estella, is that a good track?
Sure. That's a good one.
Okay, so we will play this as our outro. Anyone want to talk any shit before we wrap up? And we're gonna wrap up.
Oh no,
with
I have no shit talking. I just want to listen to music. Thank you.
Well, and we're gonna wrap with this, and then I'm gonna do a DJ stream because I have an assignment. Know what?
We're gonna keep going? Oh my god.
Huh?
Oop.
Not me and my fucking bones.
Okay, never mind. Jenna has spoken. We're trying to monetize, so we're not going to play the song, but I will play it on my DJ. So, if anyone wants to talk any shit, you get like 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Can I just like play the song like?
No.
On the next stream, so you get this stream monetized?
No, I feel like it doesn't matter if you play the song on any stream. It's still gonna fuck it up, right?
Well, it'll
only fuck up the stream that it's played on.
I get the point she's making. This is a 4-hour stream. Don't fuck.
No, it's not me arguing. I'm just trying to figure out like how it, like.
Well, this is what I'll do. I have it. I've already downloaded it, so
it's fine. You just listen. I want to know what you think. The rest of y'all can chew glass, I guess. But, love you.
And that may or may not be probably be the intro to the DJ stream. But
no, I'm teasing.
You got some anyone? We got 4 minutes. Talk your shit before we bounce.
Yeah, I gave y'all my thoughts, and it's apparently going to be potentially an intro. So I said what I said,
Jenna's mic got all fucked up. That's why she's not on here.
It's fine. I miss Jenna. Mikey, what's up?
Everybody be nice.
No.
And Varelian, he said be nice. What are you?
No.
Just, I'm good. Everyone be good. Just
be good, be nice. Y'all sound like motherfucking Santa Claus. That's it. We're out of here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is. Be nice. The fuck?
Be nice.
Oz, are you gonna be nice? No.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
Probably not. All right, babe. We can wrap it up whenever you're ready.
Wrap it up.
Better wrap that gavel up, B.
Be good. Be nice.
Are you ready? Your number one DJ worldwide.
But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? It's not your fault but mine. Fucked it up this time. It's not your fault but mine. Fucked it up this time. Fucked it up. Fucked it up. Fucked it up this time. Weak for yourself, my man. You'll never be what is in your heart. Weep, little lion, man. You're not as brave as you were at the start. Fucked it up this time.